you see, I cry. You see
Hey everyone, you're listening right now. Welcome to Green Room LA. Let me jump right back really quick. Hey guys, if you're listening, you're right now. You're listening to Green Room LA. Show starts at 7 o'clock. That's right now. We'll work over at the Fox Great from 7 to 8 o'clock. We'll be at Tom Young's Open for a while. Please follow us at Instagram at the Green Room LA. That's Instagram at the Green Room LA. You can watch this here in the audience with us. You can also watch it on YouTube right now. Yep. Listen to the sound of great records. And Kevin, you are you have to unmute yourself, Marla.
Hey, don't trip on my aggression, baby. Yeah, I can go in many directions, baby. I'm just trying to live my life to my best, and that's alright. Yes, I'm good, you boy, that's what's right. Just moved out the hood, doesn't mean I'm doing good. Wanna post this on the gram, but don't think I should. Is it just me, or am I paranoid? Gotta keep it on the low, 'cause I've been robbed before. Sometimes I wanna say that I'm blessed. Black man's grind, don't answer the test. But you try to throw me and don't fit me no more. Creative spirit, creative spirit. No more living in fear if we don't talk about it. We don't talk, then we feel sick. Each one of us with tiny, tiny, tiny screens. I've been running like a song. Woo! Sweating like a beat gon' break, but I can't. We could be on a desert, lost without a place to go. And we're so in love with each other, that we wouldn't even know. Oh, I don't care, any place, anywhere, just as long you're there, baby. You got to be there, you got to be there, just you and me. Oh, we will be. We could be in poverty, no one to lend a helping hand. But it's alright, I know, because you always understand. Oh, I don't care, any place, anywhere, just as long you're there, baby. You got to be there, country for sale, apply within. Now Google tell me what I want. I hear them sell off everything. Name your price if the bargain is right. Oh yeah, with the right connections, you can have anything that you like. Oh yeah, alright then. You can have anything if you wanna sell out, sell out. Oh Lord, oh yeah, look how they must sell out, sell out. Oh, 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 hey, hey Jamaica, sell out. Oh yeah, here poor Donald Sangster, sell off. Look there, down a off. You may think it's a joke, I see no reason to laugh. They be making promises, but all they're doing is stop. I say, with the right connections, you can have anything if you wanna sell out, sell out. Oh Lord, wanna gonna sell out, sell out. Oh yeah, turn your backs on your neighbor in moments of need. Lord, you put your personal favor and your economic greed, yeah, before the needs of the nation that you are pledged to serve and uphold. Oh, cause they don't have to answer. They're the ones who wrote the laws. Please appropriation of public funds for your fancy house and cars. Lavish trips you take, white taxpayers what you break. Oh, the price we pay to live. This is economic sacrilege. Country for sale, apply within. Now, Barney, tell me what I want. How you make them sell off everything? Name your price if the bargain is right. Oh yeah, with the right connections, you can have anything that you like. Oh yeah, what did I say? You can have anything if you wanna sell out, sell out. Oh, child, look there, look how they must sell out, sell out. Oh, child, how they gonna sell out, sell out.
In a the yard, St. Andrew Park, music a bubble, steamers a bubble, bun chalice a bubble, from morning to dark, and the fire upon the forward just a blaze up. In a the yard, St. Andrew Park, music a bubble, steamers a bubble, bun chalice a bubble, from morning to dark, and the fire upon the forward just a blaze up. Wanting to overspout Jamaica, we are the confidence of the African continent in Rastafari. No influence is greater, and the state of the nation is testament to why the people suffer from disease of the mind. Them have them enemy as them deity, so them worship the blind. But the real Black Madonna is the rightful divine, and the king and queen crown same time. Balance in the yard, St. Andrew Park, music a bubble, steamers a bubble, bun chalice a bubble, from morning to dark, and the fire upon the forward just a blaze up. In the yard, St. Andrew Park, music a bubble, steamers a bubble, bun chalice a bubble, from morning to dark, and the fire upon the forward just a blaze up. The fire just a blaze up, burning out the evil, while the music free the people. Oh, the herb I bring the healing, and the word I bring the knowledge where we take up. wicked get shake up when the consciousness wake up. In the yard, St. Andrew Park, music a bubble, steam as a bubble, bun chalice a bubble from morning to dark, and the fire upon the forward just a blaze up. In the yard, St. Andrew Park, music a bubble, steam as a bubble, bun chalice a bubble from morning to dark, and the fire upon the forward just a blaze up. From generation to generation, the tradition of righteousness is passed on from the ancients, setting a precedence of excellence. Ritual devotion to the mastery of the instrument, strings, wind, percussion, and vocal. Nyabingi vibration, one to order. The most high meditation with a high grade marijuana in the yard. St. Andrew Park, music a bubble.
I'm from L.A. California A hot. Days got shade. Let me take you round the way. A lot of out of towners can't handle this city where you wear the wrong color and it can get tricky. But that was 86 and things done changed. We a lot more evolved with the way that we bang. Not the rips and the dogs, man, the small might kill you. But you ain't gotta worry if you're staying north of Wilshire. Don't be scared of Crenshaw, the Slauson Super Mall, or Earl's Hot Dogs. Man, you gotta do it, y'all. Come on, come to the hood where we do the most good. Magic Johnson be owning everything like he should. Linwood, Long Beach, Hawthorne, Gardena, from the towers in Watts to the hills of Altadena, the home of the traffic and that gangbang culture. And I hope the way we do the damn thing don't insult you. I'm from LA, Southern California through the West Coast, where everybody is somebody and the game is fame. Do everything with the bang and everybody wanna know what set you claim. I'm from LA, Southern California through the West Coast, where everybody is somebody and the game is fame. Do everything with the bang and everybody wanna know what set you claim. The land with the six foes, hop up and get low. Your favorite rapper getting jacked for more than his sick flows. Home of the pornos, we mess up for war shows. The weather's always warm, so the women wear short clothes. Our beaches ain't the cleanest, but our it's the greenest. And we got the blind bombshells and sick Latinas. The mix in the dark skin, light skin sisters, where you never have to wear your triple goose. On Christmas, you can miss us with the blizzards and the winters, the hurricanes, the lessons, and some glasses with some actresses. Perfect frame, silicone, really don't matter if she paid for it. Every single trend, you could probably thank LA for it. Bandanas, facelifts, quick trips to Vegas, white t-shirt, Chuck Taylors on them K-Swiss, pop locking, crip walking, chronic blunts, G-Funk, a place that everybody hate, but you gotta see once. LA, Southern California through the West Coast, where everybody is somebody and the game is fame. Do everything with the bang and everybody wanna know what set you claim. I'm from LA, Southern California through the West Coast, where everybody is somebody and the game is fame. Do everything with the bang and everybody wanna know what set you claim. You claim, you claim, you claim.
Hey young world,
The world is yours.
hey young world,
The world is yours.
young world, young world,
The world is yours.
young world. This rap here
It may cause concern. It's
for all in me.
why don't you listen and learn?
You love things happiness,
That once was strong,
but you to society.
even that's turned wrong.
Thank you for tuning in.
And
You're
it's cool
listening
to look bummy and be a dumb dummy and disrespect your mommy.
Take a
Have you forgotten
Who put you on this earth?
who brought you out
And
proud?
who loved you since your birth? Reward is a brainwash, keep going
Power
wild.
up, big.
Young little girls already have a child.
Here,
Bad company
Hey,
and
now you've been framed,
You also
hurted and ashamed.
ruining yourself.
And your mommy can't cope.
Keep
Hey, little kids don't follow these dopes.
As a rule from a non-fool.
Your life don't drool. Don't be a fool like those that don't go to school
Get ahead,
and accomplish things. You'll see the wonder and the joy life brings.
don't admire these.
Hey, they don't admire you. Their time's limited, hard rocks too. So listen, be strong, scream whoopee-doo. Go for yours, cause dreams come true.
And you'll make your mommy
So proud of you too.
And this is the message
That the ruler Rick threw, and it's true.
You know what? You know we like to party, to party. You
Hey, young world, the world is yours. Hey, young world. Hey, Mr. Big
Hey,
Shot,
don't you look fly?
you don't have an
Oh my, you've been fighting again and you forgot why. Hey kid, walk straight, master your high.
Why?
Because you make your family cry. And all jokes aside, are you in good health?
Hey, boy.
Now have you really checked yourself? You're a disgust, you know someone that I can trust.
You'd steal Mars welfare.
And you'd run and buy some dust and
I must say.
big shot, you're not. Your friends are talking and I'm hearing that your girls are what? You didn't know? Go steal and rob.
And while you're at
Go
it,
get a soup for a job. You see, you're acting like this urge is demanding.
come on, wake up.
Have some understanding. Society's a weak excuse for a man.
It's time for the
Now it's time to take the stand. Believe it or not, the Lord still shines on you.
Yeah, bam. Hey, what's up? Yeah, we was like that, you know. Yeah, and I just got laid back.
Yeah, I'ma just sit in here for a couple hours.
Man, don't sweat it, yo. We gonna catch some stuff, dude.
Hold on, I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, we got a basket. We gonna fill this basket before we go, yo.
Alright, bro.
Because that other fish is back.
It took a second to register up in my brainium, my dome, my head, my skull, my cranium. My eyes have had enough. It was time to do some talking. I had to creep through the hound dogs that was stalking. The Slimmy caught me peeping. This means she wasn't sleeping on who I was. So she creeped in like a hawk. In a minute's time, we adjourned to the floor. Ooh, I hit a high note because of the way that she was walking. We got into the groove. I didn't bust no hip-hop moves. I just kept it nice and smooth. Next thing you know, we got together. Where I thought we'd be forever. Didn't have an umbrella. Now I'm soaking stormy weather. Weather two birds of a feather fly up, fall to be together. Never simping and leave your love life limp. There'll be no suicide attempts for this slim trim kid. Cause you know there's other bitch in the seat. That is in the seat. In the seat. That is in the seat. There's other bitch in the seat. That is in the seat. There's other bitch in the seat. That is in the seat. There's other bitch in the seat. That is. I reminisce, try to clear up all the myths for an imaginary kiss with you again. Not even friends, though. I wish that I could mend like a Taylor and be Olive Oil's #1 sailor. I am what I am still. I fall like an anvil. She's heavy on the mind. Sometimes it's more than I can handle. But men aren't supposed to tumble into the den. Be macho, but a honcho like Poncho will give in. Family oriented, but not oriental. A dame is supposed to claim you even if you drive a Pinto. A hero is a sandwich and a marriage is a meal. A marriage is a paper, all they faking on for real. What's the deal, Zappers? Will you go tumbling after your man and take a stand, or will you help him roll faster? The reason why I ask you is because I'm sick of this. Bitch licking drip from a nigga's benefits. He doesn't even suit you and he's surely not the size. I'm surprised that you slept on a heart that's worldwide. And when you open up your eyes, baby, made I really wish that you don't bruise a limb as a swimming other fish in the sea. In the sea, that is. In the sea, there's other fish in the sea, that is. In the sea, there's other fish in the sea, that is. In the sea, there's other fish in the sea, that is. Now, if that ain't no mountain high enough, why ain't you climbing up? My hand has been extended ever since the day I lent it to you. I thought I knew you, but I didn't even know you, bro. You're stupid, cause you thought you captured Cupid and you found that love ain't two bits of shit. So I resigned, I quit. It ain't even about the hips or the lips or the tits or even the pussy whip. Elizabeth, this is it because I slipped and I tripped into a shoe that didn't fit. And now the next man is stealing my heart away. I charge him like a bull, but his pool never pays me. The kid is going crazy. They stepping with my lady. They're working on a baby. I'm pushing up the daisies, but hey, diddle, I won't play second fiddle to no man and stand firm on this and syllable of this with the big juicy kisses. Call me Victor Problem. No, I won't this. I'm just like all the other fish in the sea.
The peyote-ness of your caress. I'll take care of you, my careless heiress. No more locking window panes. No more shocking window pane. All yours is my new middle name. It's such a big world for such a little game. I'll die the night you're no longer in my eyesight. You know me well enough to know I might show you around and dress you up to get downtown. Try not to mess things up without feathers. I'll still cover you. I take care of him and the others too. I'll die instead of you. That would be amazing. 2 steps in front of you with guns blazing. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. I don't do anything that's not for you. Before you say no, just kiss me, believe me. Before you get the chance to miss me, just leave me. There's a lie in the middle of believe. I'll die if you're not around to let me hear you breathe. Before you say no, just kiss me, believe me. Before you get the chance to miss me, just leave me. There's a lie in the middle of believe. I'll die if you're not around to let me hear you breathe. I was in love with them. I never been so alone and left without a friend. I had to see if any of them ever really cared. I never knew the difference between the song and the prayer. What difference is there? You heard me at my show, but really, we're afraid that you wouldn't show. See what you don't know, I fall in love with everyone. You say I don't know when I say you're the one. It happens every week, it happens when I'm weak. It just so happens to be that time of the week. You find another freak and tell me not to speak. Under all the pressure, never trying to be a leak. Decided you must sleep and the fire is off. I found you when I keep you inside, that's all. But all so much when there's nothing there. You walk away from me, asking for air. I'm walking towards you, asking if it's fair. Feeling sorry for me, well, it's kind of like you care. And so long for now, longer than your hair. Cause I don't know the difference between the song and the prayer.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You guys are listening to the Fox Crate. I'm back at the Green Room in LA. I'm going to have the Fox Crate playing music until 8 o'clock. Now we're going to get started comedy show. I got my snacks ready. It's awesome. We're going to continue. I'm going to try and moderate this thing. We're also doing some Facebook and Twitch. So
we like the bleach flow straight out of our lids. They got boo bodies, hard rock Brooklyn kids. Us floor rush when they DJ booming classics. You dig the crew on the fattest hip hop record. He touched the kinks and sinks into the sounds. She frequents deep, fatter joints called undergrounds. Our funk zooms like you hit the Mary Jane. They flock to booms, man, boogie had to change. Who freaks the clips with mad around percussion? Where kinky hair goes to unthought of dimensions. Why is it so fly? Cause hip hop kept some drama. When butterfly rock the light blue suede pumas. What by the cut? We push it off the corner. How was the buzz entire hip hop era? Was fresh and back since they started saying Audi. Cause funk's made back from right beneath my hood. The pooba of the styles like miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but I'm cool like that. 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 I'm cool. I'm cool.
We beat the chocolates, taps on my raps. She innovates after sweeter cat naps. He at the funk club with the vibrate. Them they be crazy down with the 5 link. It can kick a plan, then a crowd burst. Me, I be digging it with the bug burst. Us, we be freaking till dawn, peace and I. Yes, a stranger smile, so I say hi. Who understood? Yeah, understood the plans. Him heard of it and put it to his hands. What I just flip, let borders get loose. How to consume all the beaches like juice. If it's the shit, we'll lift it off the plastic. The babes will go spastic. Hip hop is a classic. Pimp play a shot, it don't matter. I'm fatter, axe butter how I zone.
Man, Cleopatra Jones.
And I'm chill like that. 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 I'm chill.
Fuck where your hoes at? Or where your roads at? Where your backbone, nigga? Where your code at? Where your down since day one real bros at? Where them stories that you telling unfold at? Where your heart, nigga? Where your soul at? We got old school ways we expose that. Ain't no guarantees, but you know that. Niggas die every day, can't control that. King Griffey throwback, nigga had to go left. Must have popped 28 times cause it's 4 left. If it's about mine, ain't a nigga that I won't check. Run through your hardest homeboy, you could go next. 85 cut dog, hustle at the Rolex. Chain on my white tee, now you see the progress. Stacked every chip on myself, time to collect. All money in, just imagine what I gross back. Fuck where your hoes at, where your rolls at. Where your backbone, nigga, where your code at? Where your down since day one, real bros at? Where them stories that you tellin' unfold at? Where your heart, nigga? Where your soul at? We got old school ways we expose that. Ain't no guarantees, but you know that. Niggas die every day, can't control that. That's why I call my thing the marathon, because I'm not gonna lie and portray this ultimate poise like I've had it figured out. Nah, I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is gonna go through this, is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. I went through every emotion with trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that what gonna separate whoever's gonna try to go for something is that you ain't gonna quit. And that's, you know, you're gonna really take the stance if I'm gonna die behind what I'm getting at right now. Fuck where your hoes at, or where your rolls at, where your backbone, nigga, where your code at, where your down since day one, real bros at, where them stories that you tellin' unfold at, where your heart, nigga, where your soul at. We got old school ways we expose that. Ain't no guarantees, but you know that. Niggas die every day, can't control that. I think that our reaction to being disrespected, we have to reassess how we react. You know what I mean? I think that we've been known as hip hop to make songs, and that's a part of it. I mean, we gotta go a step further, because I think that it's like a disease in our body. Once you start giving it a treatment, it'll get immune to the treatment, and you gotta try something else to kill that disease. So I think protest music is important. I think that YG was a genius. Fuck where your hoes at, or where your rolls at, where your backbone, nigga, where your code at, where your down since day one, real bros at, where them stories that you tellin' unfold at, where your heart, nigga, where your soul at. We got old school ways we expose that. Ain't no guarantees, but you know that. Niggas die every day, can't control that.
Why you always all on my back? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta act like a bitch when I'm with you? Baby girl, because you treat me like shit. I paid for the bed and never even slept in it. I paid for that crib and never stepped foot in. And now somebody else is eating all the pudding. Things changed, now my dashboard wooden. All black bands like a young Doc Gooden. Dark shades cause I'm stone crazy. Girl, we grown, stop playing on my phone, baby. All your childish attempts to make me angry fall short, which only fuels the rage you have because you have nothing. Understandable, I'm shining brilliant with 5 Brazilians. There were times I used to hide my feelings. Now I'm butt naked in a Lamborghini, and motherfuckers can't see me. Wait till this chick see me on TV. I make this shit look easy. Who would've thought I hit you right back? Why you always all on my back? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta act like a bitch when I'm with you? Yeah, baby girl, I'm blue. So many women wanna call me baby, and you wonder why the fuck that I ain't call you lately. Some would say that I'm the symbol for sex, and others would hate, but I don't give them no breath. Go on a date, I'm at the crib with the chef, and that's me. And you could order whatever. The specialty is white snake and underwear sauce. You could probably catch me somewhere where it's sunny next. And I understand it's only cause I'm popular. I'm getting topped off in the front row of the opera. As Bocelli sings, the celly rings. I gotta go, you'll never know how good it feels to lay in bed with King. I'm not exactly flawless, but I'm gorgeous, just like a horse is. I know the thought of me succeeding makes a lot of people nauseous. Still I'm on the back of the boat, taking pictures with the surface. Why you always all on my back? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta act like a bitch?
get a paper cut on your tongue from a razor in a paper cup. I hope every soda you drank already shaken up. I hope your dreams dry like raisins in a baking sun. I hope your titties all saggy in your early 20s. I hope it's always snow in your driveway. I hope you never get off Fridays and you work at a Fridays that's always busy on Fridays. I hope you win the lottery and lose your ticket. I hope it's Ben and Socrates poop all up in your kitchen. I hope the zipper on your jacket gets stuck and your headphones short and your charger don't work and you spill shit on your shirt. I hope your tears don't hurt and I can smile in your face. Cause my loss is how Delilah changed my locks to a fade. I hope you happy. I hope you happy. I hope you ruin this shit for a reason. I hope you happy.
Why you always all on my back? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta act like a bitch when I'm with you? Baby girl, I'm
Hey guys, you are listening to Break Over the Box. We are live from Southern California. I'm Matt in LA. We are usually listening up here in California for a lot of coffee. But for now, we're doing it every Friday until I'm live stream from your home. We're doing it via audience, like what we're doing right now. Or you could watch on Instagram, 9 o'clock, or Facebook now. Or Pinterest. I can start off this
you wanna be a man that stands your own. To MC requires skills I demand some show. I let the frauds keep fronting and roam like a cellular phone far from home, giving crowds what they wanted. Official hip hop consumption, the fifth thumping, keeping your party jumping with an original something. Yo, I dedicate this to the one dimension now, no imagination, excuse for perpetration. My man came over and said, Joe, we thought we heard you. Jokes on you, you heard a biting ass truth, but thin is the line of run between love and hatred. The game is ill nature, it's nothing sacred. And yo, it's funny what I see some rap niggas do to make it. A few will blow up or go as far as they can take it. My 9 to 5 is just to hit you, get the party live. I'm Black Thought, used to rap for sport. Now the rhyme saying rent, paying life support. I take it very seriously. Within this industry, it's various crews that try to touch me, but I come with the beautiful things, and I bless the track plushly. Around the world, crowds love me from doing tours. Recipient of applause from all of you and yours. Creator of original sounds that's in the stores you take home to absorb and sweat it out your pores. Now who can stop the music running through these veins? Infinitely go against the grain. That's why my motto is to living the life of limos and lights, airplanes and trains, short days and long nights, keyboards and mics, bass chords and drum kicks. In my mental deck, they hit my head like brick as I embark on a mission. Welcome into the dark. When I first spark the arts, when the listening start, open your head wide and let the thought inside. My style fortified by all of Philadelphia. My delf more stuff than all the wicked wealth. Mentality undetectable by the naked eye. Dig, I get paid when the record is played. To put it short, I want it made like Ed. Enough said. Then after that, I'm putting on my cousin Hamed. We let the ladies blend with the dark skin devil bread and discover my level is that of no other. And Roots Crew reign official and true while I'm continuing to. Call me sometime, 911. Call me sometime, 911.
Yeah. My thirst levels are infinity and beyond. Sipping on that lemon, aid, I need a Beyonce. Can't see straight, these shades of Celine Dion. Such you can't gas me up. Shout out to Elon Musk. Yeah, I got a sold out show. Crowd wild out, but don't matter cause you not front row. I've been looking for a keeper. Listen to the speaker. If you fit description, hit me on my beeper at that 911.
Need some time. Please make my life. You know I'll answer the call. Need some time. Please make my life. Call me sometime. Call me sometime.
Wait the town and tell the people how the musical is coming your way. Yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. Where you at? Where you going to? What you gonna do about it? Is you gonna be about it? Project Flow. Abstract, Fat Jack, Ace Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, good people, yeah, good brothers, good sisters on deck, yeah, check me out. Dig this, peep the twist, hand over fist, handstand on the cliff, land stiff, expand on the gift, uplift the masses and pass me the spliff. It's a love thing, it's a hate thing, it's a great thing. Cali to the state of Maine, it's a world thing, and I'm a soldier. Always a war going on, it's never over. I make music for the people that try to live a good life and keep it peaceful, and be resourceful and keep achieving. Every season we represent the reason. I'm from the fellowship, I'm from the project. I tell them all access is the object. It's so beautiful, it's so painful. I do the work and don't forget what I came for. The saga. Yeah. On the road again to different venues. Who blessed you? Was kept true. Finessed you because we got that song. The wrong thing. Where you going to? MCs of the project. What you gonna do about it? Is you gonna be about it?
I'm Scorpion and don't speak with forked tongue. I'm your son of life force endorphins. From the diaphragm, abdomen brewed with Ace the voice box, top choice rockers.
AC Alone's my name and abstract is his.
These fat jackets like that, and that's the way it is. From old school to new school. Still gotta give you that soul you used to. Cause I ain't new to the block, don't cop an attitude. You can't have everyone glass, I'm gonna be mad at you. The gossip is heard, the mercury's rising. A profit gets earned, ghetto enterprising. A moment of truth is hidden in silence. A copious crew and nobody smiling. My rubber's gonna earn more mileage on the road. That's when you're gonna learn more knowledge on the whole. The saga continues on the road again to different venues. Who blessed you? Was kept true. Finessed you because we got that song. The wrong thing.
Where you going to?
MCs of the project.
Don't do about it.
Yeah, man, you hear that shit right there?
Your niggas like, what the fuck is this?
Shit.
Damn, look at this, what kind of luck is this? Mad Lip and Dilla's the illest, my nigga. Only haters holler, they can't feel us. Niggas wanna get looser than we, but just gonna be a loser to me and Dilla. Killer, talking about how you pill Casper, nigga, you're softer than a pillar. Back slapping your neck while you're covered in wreck, cause you're bluffing and you ain't said nothing this back. Nigga always lying. Anyway, I'm straight high off the trees. Your girl don't wanna lie, she just wanna get on her knees. Turn it up. Y'all niggas must be out of your head if your system ain't up to the red.
that you said right now? What was that?
Instant leeway, instant replay, instant relay, instant MC producer and DJs. I do this shit without the cell beeper, a three-way. You coming off like a GA.
Anyway. Hey.
Peace to AG, peace to Pete Rock, Diamond D, peace to AG.
Oh shit, look
Yo,
at that.
that niggas wildlife, cannibals, cannibals.
What else?
Male bashers, womanizers, nymphos, niggas in disguises.
Hey, what's up? What else?
Fine women that like pretty women, some ass women, some titty women.
Mostly shitty women.
Y'all niggas must be out of your head if your system ain't up to the red.
Just to get the ultimate high. The ultimate high. Let the man. Excuse me as I kiss the sky. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rhyme. Who the fuck on the die for they culture? Stalk the dead body like a vulture. The Calgon, blacker than your blackest stallion. Hit your housing. Projects I represent your shallin', my nigga. How yes, apocalypse now. The gunpowder be going down. Diggy, diggy down, diggy down.
While the planets and the stars and the moons collapse. When I raise my trigger finger, all y'all niggas hit the deck. Cause ain't no need for that. Hustlers and hardcore. Roar to the floor, roar like reservoir doors. The green-eyed bandit can't stand it. With more fruity and loops than that you can't stand it. Plus, the Barbazi got me wild. Messing with them, it's a straight suicide.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane.
It's the funk doctor spot smoking on the train.
How high?
So high that I can kiss the sky. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane.
Recognize Johnny Blaze, ain't a damn thing changed.
How high?
I can kiss the sky.
Oh, suki now. Hey! Come on, baby. Hey there, sugar dumplings. Let me tell you something, girl, I've been trying to say now. You look so sweet and you're so doggone fine. I just can't get you out of my mind. You become a sweet taste in my mouth now. And I want you to be my spouse so that we can live happily now, in a great big old roomy house. And I know you're gonna groove me, baby. Oh yeah, now make me feel good inside. Come on and groove me, baby. I need you to groove me. Oh yeah, now, darling. Come on, come on.
We got the feeling now. Oh boy, that was all right, man. Ooh yeah, I tell you something, girl. I think you understand. And when I said that little something to you, I wanna hold your. Got to hold you every day now. Got to hold you. Oh, please, girl, say to me, baby, I said, let me be your man. And oh, please say to me, walk up and tell me, I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand, baby. Got to hold your hand. Ooh, yeah. And when I touch you, I so don't feel so happy inside, baby. It's such a feeling that my love, I get high, I get high, I get high. Well, he loved plenty women from Canada to Mexico. They would love to see him coming, and I hate it when he had to go. A macho man before macho ever came to town. And the only problem was not enough of him to go around. You know he had more romances than LA's got stars. He had more romances than Detroit's got cars. He's a legend in his own mind, and God's gift to women on a day God wasn't giving up a thing.
No fire is too hot, no snow is too cold. Youth will never leave me, I'll never go no. I feel free as a bird, flying around in the blue. As long as, baby, as long as I got you.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 crack commandments. Wow. Man can't tell me nothing about this coke. Can't tell me nothing about this crack, this weed, and my hustling niggas. Niggas on the corner. I ain't forget you niggas. My triple B niggas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. It's rules to the shit. I wrote me a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track. Not your wig pushed back. Rule number uno. Never let no one know how much dough you hold. Cause you know the try to breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up. Number 2, never let them know your next move. Don't you know bad boys move in silence and violence, take it from your highness. I done squeeze mad clips at these cats for they bricks and chips. Number 3, never trust nobody. Your mom set that ass up, properly gassed up, hoodie the masked up. For that fast buck, she be laying in the bushes to light that ass up. Number 4, know you heard this before. Never get high on your own supply. Number 5, never sell no crack where you rest at. I don't care if they want an ounce, tell them bounce. Number 6, that goddamn credit, get it. You think a crackhead paying you back, shit, forget it. 7, this rule is so underrated. Keep your family and business completely separated. Money and blood don't mix like 2 dicks and no bitch. Find yourself in serious shit. Number 8, never keep no weight on you. Them cats that squeeze your guns can hold jumps too. Number 9 should have been number 1 to me. If you ain't getting bags, stay the fuck with police. If niggas think you're snitching, they ain't trying to listen. They be sitting in your kitchen, waiting to start hitting. Number 10, a strong word called consignment, strictly for live men, not for freshmen. If you ain't got the clientele, say hell no, cause they gon' want their money, rain, sleet, hell, snow. Follow these rules, you'll have mad bread to break up. If not, 24 years on the wake up. Slug hit your temple, watch your frame shake up. Caretaker did your makeup. When you pass, your girl fuck my man Jacob. Heard in 3 weeks she sniffed the whole half a cake up. Heard she suck a good dick and could hook a steak up. Gotta go, more pies to bake up. Word up, Frank Wizard.
I done been around the world, been around the block, been around hoes that fuck Biggie and Pac, like Vita Guerrera. Ass took her to the top, she'll give you some brains, you let her throw up the rock, let her put on your chain, she'll throw you some cock. Picture that, like Megan Good and Jamie Foxx. Hype said it's a rap, she's still on the set, putting oil on her legs like she Gloria Velez. She was eye candy in the double XL, hopped off the page and on a skateboard with Pharrell. I knew she, cause $500 can't get you that. How you get that? And all these new video bitches trying to be Melissa Ford, but they don't know Melissa Ford. Drive behind the car, she a video vixen, but behind closed doors she do whatever it takes to get to the Grammy Awards. Fucking them rap stars, you know who you are. Put your hands up, ladies. If you kept your legs closed, but you know, fucking them rap stars, you know who you are. I wrote this song for you, and you, for all y'all.
Listen up, check it. Heroes about to wreck it. No anaphora in my aura verse. I got the works when I freak it. This song unique with swarms of seeking. Diaphoretic in the energetic. When emotion draws up kinetic. Being combined with the vibe. Not a man to transcribe. Though they tried. I jot down and all in a stew and roll. D to rock the whole jam. Jumps through the program. I down included no man. When I get busy, who is he? My formula rhymes and parallel lines and perfect. Mike's the short circuit. Hawkins worth it. I'm on the brink of blowing up. You'll examine hits however they fall with mics in flight. Graphic when I grabs it, gab with forms of this sort, words I comport with, no buts, ands, or ifs. Later on the real, eventually the scale of bill. I pack a thrill up the ramp till it's a mill and chill when I feel like grow like shrubs over dubs. Indulgent buds, maybe 420 team hits on the elements of green. What's the word? Travel on a 6/3. Niggas in mad herb to build upon the scene for the time being. Dips to intervene, God, what's the catch? Knows a gig we can sketch, got a panoramic view, plus some true. Pull no stunts on the crew or you're through. That's a fact, future not flung by the tongue. Talk to what the God brung, listen up.
Listen up, let me your ear, stop and stare. Listen up, let me your ear, stop and stare. Listen up, let me your ear, stop and stare.
There comes a day in your life when you want to kick back, straw hat on the porch when you're old perhaps. Want to gather your thoughts, have a cold one, brag to your grandkids on how life is golden. So I'ma light a cigar in the corridor of the crib. Pictures on the wall of all the things that I did, all the money and fame. 8x10s of the whole rat pack inside of a big frame. Colliding with big names that could have made your career stop. All that, and your man is still here and I'm still hot. Wow, I need a moment, y'all. See, I almost felt a teardrop. When was the last time you heard a real anthem? Nas, the millionaire, the mansion. When was the last time you heard your boy Nas rhyme? Never on schedule, but always on time.
These streets hold my deepest days. This taught me golden waves. Made me. Truly, this is what made me. Break me. Not a thing's gonna break me. These streets hold my deepest days. This hood taught me golden waves. Made me. Truly, this is what made me. Break me. Not a thing's gonna break me. I'm that history. I'm that clock. I'm that lifestyle. I'm that spot. I'm that kid by the number spot. That's my past that made me hot. Here's my lifelong anthem. Can't forget about you. Can't forget about you.
Can't forget about the old school. Bam, Cass, Melly Mel, fast, rock steady spinning on their back. Can't forget when the first rap Grammy went to Jazzy. Fresh Prince, Fat Boys broke up. Rap hasn't been the same since. So irregular, how it messed you up when Mr. T became a wrestler. Can't forget about Jordan's retirement. The shot Robert Ory hit to win the game in the finals, kid. Some things are forever, some things are not. It's the things we remember that gave the world shock. They stay in a place in your mind so snug. Like who the person was with whom you first made love. When was the last time you heard a real anthem? Nas, the millionaire, the mansion. When was the last time you heard your boy Nas rhyme? Never on schedule, but always on time.
I have seen my video. I gotta look at myself.
Thanks for the memories. The first and third of the month check deliveries. Agencies in the early 80s for giving cheese to families with parents who had drug dependencies. Mass jids and storefront ministries. Dinner from the chicken lady, Miss Genevieve. For every lesson I received as I live and breathe. And all the blessings I believed in and then achieved. Thanks to my moms for never getting rid of me. And to my lady, baby, thank you for forgiving me. I climbed from the lower level to the mezzanine. Honestly, I really want to say thanks for everything. Images of strange fruits hanging from the trees. Laces on my gym shoes, skating from police. Kids playing on the stoops wearing dungarees. Unbeknownst to them, they living in the city under siege. Two Sierra Leoneans and a Senegalese. Honey and lemon teas, sincere sympathies. The power of positive energy as opposed to hatred as a motivator. Thank you to my enemies from Memphis, Tennessee, and kitchen chemistry. Atari Centipede, Heineken and Hennessy. The barbershop that used to be at 6 and Emily. For all the history and all you did for me. Thank you.
It's such a blessing to know you, blessing to know you. I know my lesson, why would I hurt you? Don't wanna hurt you. I wanna thank you for giving me, thank you for giving me love. I wanna thank you for giving me, thank you for giving me love.
The opportunity is now for us to smoke, my brother. So pull out your good leaves, roll it up, and let's toke it together. But you gotta roll it slow, gotta roll it slow, gotta roll it slow. Puff it one time, pass it on, puff it one time. Yes, it's so good. Understand is understood. A higher power knew we would smoke the love. The opportunity is now for us to touch my sister. Say, you got some sweetness, don't you be selfish, let's put it together. And push it up slow, push it up slow, push it up slow. Touch it one time, let's get it on. Touch it one time. Yes, it's good. Understand is understood. A higher
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm Max Goldman. You're listening to the Green Room LA. You have just listened to an hour long of the Fox Crate mixing it up for us. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Rick. I have my whole setup here. I am ready. I got my Num Rum. Here. Num Rum comes in like a variety of flavors. They taste amazing. Like grape, fruit, guava, and blue.
Who's our favorite?
Blue is definitely my favorite. Over on Venice Park during the pandemic. Before the pandemic, we're over on Venice. But now we're here in your living rooms. And I'm gonna let you know, I got ready for this. I showered, I put on a shirt, I put on pants, I even put on shoes. I got my Adidas right here. Because, you know, we have to make this feel normal. This is a bit different. If you're listening at home, I want to let you guys know that we have little graphics right below, so you could follow your favorite comedian at home. You could tip them if you want, and you could stalk them all on social media. You could message them every night, and you say, "Yo, I enjoyed your set on the Green Room. Who's performing next?" And then you just show up at every single show until they block you. Yeah. These aren't my glasses, so I don't need them. I thought that was a pretty good intro. What do you think over there? Yeah. Yeah. I want to introduce your host, one of my favorite hosts of ever. Let's give a loud round of applause, some handshakes like this for Stoner Rob.
Hi! What's up? Look at Max, you're fucking lit. What are you over there? You're over there fucking eating and shit. You got dressed on accident. You're so goddamn high, bro. He's like, I hope you get a check from Adidas for that shout out, Little Wayne. What the fuck was that? He's like, Num Rum and Adidas.
It's got to be slightly more bigger check than what Num Rum is getting.
I powdered my balls.
Yeah, he's super lit. He made that shirt last night in his basement. And he's
ironing his t-shirt. I'm gonna look so good.
It looks like Machine Gun Kelly had too many edibles over there. Look at this motherfucker.
Machine Gun too many edibles.
All right, we're gonna have some fun, you guys. I got a stacked lineup of comedians here tonight, and this whole show brought to you by the one and only Num Rum. That's right. Num Rum comes in all assorted flavors, and you heard him. His favorite flavor is blue. You know you're a stoner when you think blue is a flavor, okay? It would probably be like blue raspberry or something. I like purple. I like the taste of purple. All right. They do also have great. Make sure you check out Num Rum. It goes good with everything. I'll be drinking here this whole time. This is the best part about doing comedy at home. People don't even know if I have pants on. Like, this is amazing. I you totally just no pants from the bottom, comfortable as shit. You know what I mean? Nobody knows, dude. We're just hanging the fuck out. You guys having fun out there? Everybody tuned in? Yeah. Wait. I love how one guy answers for the group. That's like help. He's the designated answerer for this whole fucking group. This is going to be fun. Let me see all you people out there, all you little cats and kittens. How you guys doing? How are you all? Yeah, all right. I see you over there. Dana, I see you.
Oh, yeah.
I love your background. Keith, it's not Christmas anymore, but we'll get to that in just a few minutes.
Hey, it's a whole show. It's a whole show.
I love the shit out of that, dude. That is going on. Let's see who else we got tuned in here. Some people looking nice. Okay. Oh, David, I like your background. That shit's creepy as hell. I'm just going through.
I think, it's the Northern Lights, so it enhances my image as Santa Claus.
But David's a totally soothing guy.
I feel like I should be buying like holy water off of you off an infomercial at 3 a.m. right now.
You can. And you don't have to wait till 3 a.m. Just Venmo me.
Send David $1 and get your spiritual water going right now. Send him $1 and save a panda. For every $1 you don't send, he'll kill a panda. All right? It's up to you guys. Balls in your court. Things are going great over here.
No pandas will be on.
Things are going great over here, you guys. Last time we checked in, I was actually quarantined. I'm still quarantined with my lady, and she's 100% vegan. And let me tell you how this shit is. Don't clap that shit, dude. I got fucking sweats right now. I got the Slim Jim sweats like a motherfucker, bro. Like, I'm having an AM/PM relapse right here, bro. Fucking fresh food. How is stuff that's organic more expensive? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I went to buy tomato juice, dog. Tomato juice was $3.99, but a 2 liter of soda is $1.89. It takes like all this shit to make soda. It takes you squeezing tomatoes to make tomato juice, bro. They grow from the fucking vines. Why am I paying so much for this? And then she makes me stop smoking cigarettes now, bro. I'm 12 days, no cigarettes.
Oh. Fuck that.
Yeah, 12 days no cigarettes, bro. So this like that means like fucking 12 days of me wanting to kill this bitch every 5.
Who's your girlfriend, dude? She better be amazing.
Oh, she's amazing, but bro, you can't take away like hot dogs and cigarettes in the same fucking week, bro.
I'm saying, like, who you dating,
I'm
Jennifer
freaking the
Aniston?
fuck out. It's gonna be like the 2020 Shining up in this bitch, dog. Like no nicotine and no AM/PM makes Stoner Rob go fucking crazy. This shit is getting way too nuts. Everyone's quarantined with this good food and shit, dude. I got all the good food too. I just can't eat it. She's like, leave it there. It makes you more powerful when you can say no to something that's there. And I was like, bitch, I've been to strip clubs. I know how to say no to something that's there. It's perfectly okay. Like, this is the hardest thing. I can't wait to tour, bro. I'm gonna hit every gas station, fucking hot food there is, dude. You have no idea how sick I'm gonna be off of like AM/PM and 76 tornado taquitos and shit, dude. I gotta get the fuck, because there's nowhere to go. I can't even like. Because people that don't smoke cigarettes, if you smoke a cigarette and hide someone come in, they smell that cigarette like immediately, bro. So there's nowhere to fucking go, bro. I have my kids. This is good. I'm about to have a new low. I'm about to have my kids text me emergencies so I can leave the fucking house, bro. Like, Dad, I'm in the hospital. Like, oh shit, you see this? I gotta bounce. Come back to this fucking shit face hammered, fucking reeking like wiener schnitzel. Like, she don't even have to worry about me going, she's okay with the strip club. She's like, go to the strip club all you want. Leave the wiener schnitzel alone. Like, fucking shit, dude. I guess it's kind of a good decision. I don't even know if she's tuned in. If she's tuned in, I'm going to fucking exit to a fuck ton of text messages. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's fucking in. She's tuned in. And big shout out to the Fox Crate. Mixing it up all night for us. Yes, on the ones that you, yeah. I like the aerial footage right there, bro. That's fucking, I'm gonna do comedy like that next time from the sky. Dude, we're gonna try everything different. It's Stoner Rob, you ever been from the sky? And I'll be like, hell yes, I have. It was fun. Look at them. Fuck yeah, bro. You're just floating. Now that we are tuned in, we want to get the biggest shout out to the Green Room. That's right, the Green Room LA, ladies and gentlemen, putting this all on. If you can't go to the Green Room, make the Green Room whatever room you're sitting in. All right, the Green Room LA. Big shout out to Max over there eating all those dog treats. He's so fucking high, he doesn't even know they're dog treats. He just, what are you eating, bro? Raw spaghetti noodles? He's eating raw spaghetti noodles. This is how bad quarantine has gotten, you guys. This is how bad it's gotten. Raw spaghetti noodles for Max. You can't even afford the tomato sauce, which brings me to my next point. Please tell me.
Drinking applesauce.
You are a disgusting human being right now, Max. We're over here trying to bring etiquette to these people's lives during quarantine, and Max is just in there. You remind me of me in prison, yo. What do you got, commissary in your room right now?
I just had a little bit of change left over that I could throw up upstairs.
Well, how many ramens you got in there, bro? How many chocolate milks?
I got one. Oh, I have a bunch of chocolate milks and ramen.
Oh, that's $45 right now on quarantine in prison.
Yeah, it's a fancy one too.
And he's got some soaps. He's got a conditioner. He's got a lot of shit going on. Look at Max is on the weirdest quarantine ever. It's like you went to the store and got everything nobody else wanted, and you're like, I'm gonna lock it down.
Yeah.
All I need is raw spaghetti noodles.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts, no toaster. You notice there's no toaster in this room, you guys.
No.
Dude, I'd give my kingdom for unfrosted Pop-Tarts if I could find them.
Max has like the most random. He went to the 99-cent store and says, I'll take whatever's left. Fuck it. Throw it in a fucking bag. Oh, man, dude, fuck. Your stomach probably hates your fucking life, dog. It's like, oh, man, what the fuck are you eating? Hey, Max, when your food doesn't have an expiration date, that's not a good thing, bro. Food's not supposed to last forever. You're over there eating cheese slices, dog. Like, oh. and washing it down with numb rum. And then fucking at the end of the night, you're gonna have a numb bum, bro. When you try to shit all that fucking shit out, everything's just gonna fight itself right there, bro. Throw me some numb rum when we're done with this. We gotta get this show started, Max. We can't talk about your disgusting eating habits all night long. You're grossing the people out. The people out here are disgusted by your nature and by the acts that you portray. I'm just letting you know that. If you guys are vegan, please write Max at the Green Room LA and let him know you're disgusted by his many activities that you've seen here tonight. Now, getting right into it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do the rest of the show in this voice. How's that sound? Okay, Keith, are you with us, Keith?
I'm right here.
What's going on, Keith? Where are you tuned in from tonight?
I am actually coming from Indianapolis, Indiana right now. I'm stuck here.
Hold on, you're stuck there. I feel like everybody from Indianapolis, Indiana says that.
Yeah, even outside of quarantine, yeah.
If I had a way out of this. All right, Keith. Okay, so you're out in Indiana. Is the quarantine just as bad as you hear it is here in California and LA?
I didn't even hear what you said, bro. To be honest.
How is the quarantine over there? Is it bad? Is the quarantine bad?
I mean, it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we're not running out of toilet paper here, but it does suck all the same. But I can still wipe my ass, so it's fine.
The leaves are still on the trees in Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that means. Now, Keith, I got to ask you, does that say something in Christmas lights behind you, or is it just some random lights on there?
Oh, no, they're just randomly rolling straight down. That's it.
And they're celebrating Christmas in May here in fucking Indianapolis.
I like the ambiance. I like the ambiance of it all, so I'm good.
Nice. Speaking of ambiance, let's get into it, Keith. You got 10 minutes. Let's rock and roll. Are you ready to go?
I am ready to go. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for the one and only Keith Evans, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. First of all, everybody hears me good. I'm assuming that. We are all in quarantine. I have been in quarantine. My brain is going crazy. Also, today, I've drank a lot and I've done a lot of extracurricular drugs. So let's see how this goes. There's a lot of things I didn't take into consideration when I married a white woman. For instance, my wife is a witch. She I'm not using it as a slur. She doesn't she's not the green kind or anything like that. But you know, she celebrates the seasons as they're coming in. I've got a bunch of colored rocks put away that I don't know what the fuck to do with. You know, I thought it was sexy. I thought it was great. I thought it was like super awesome. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be really cool. And then maybe we drank a lot one weekend and maybe we got into a situation where we couldn't pay a bill and she got worried about it. And I was like, it's fine. Just do the thing. And she's like, what do you mean do the thing? And I'm like, I don't know, wiggle your nose. You want me to get a stick from outside? Do the fucking witch thing. I don't know. And she's like, it doesn't work like that. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is the point of being a witch? You know? I knew it was bullshit. I knew it was bullshit because when we were dating, I had a day, it was on Halloween night. I worked, I got off of work. I went to the house. She had a bunch of candles lit everywhere. She drew a circle on the hardwood floors. She drew a pentagram in that circle, and we had sex in that circle. And I expected, I guess, to have a missed text message from the Illuminati after we finished. We also couldn't still pay the fucking bill. So yeah, being a witch is dumb. It's not dumb.
What did you have after that?
So recently, if anybody's been following me, I've been friend zoned by my wife due to her having a boyfriend. Yeah, here we are in the quarantine. She would probably say that it's for a more complicated, different reason, but that's what trashy people say on Jerry Springer. So I'm not accepting that as a response. She's been dating a dude from her coven, which I think is like the top 5 widest ways to fuck up a marriage. He's a male witch who looks like a roadie from the Deftones. So it's like a whole plot for a CW network show, all wrapped up in one. That's what I'm living right now, and it sucks. I feel replaced. I do feel dismissed. I feel like the original Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's how I feel right now. It was like I was the better one. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. I don't know. In any breakup, sometimes you look for the red flags, right? Like you look for the red flags, like what happened in this breakup? What did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? I don't know if this applies, but one time in a drunken conversation, she told me as a child she ate crackling oat bran and a grapefruit for breakfast, and I was like, I don't know if that applies, but that's some really odd and white shit to be doing. So, I'm looking at it as a red flag. Going through a heartbreak during a pandemic weighs a bit on your mental health. It fucks you up, and I'm dealing with my mental health as it is. I'm not going to get into it all, but there was a stint where I will admit, I was legit cutting myself to feel better. So on top of dealing with my mental illness in my 40s, also I had to realize that I was in some Freaky Friday situation where I'm now a 15-year-old white girl, and it's just, dude, there was one moment where I had took some acid. I got in my room, I got completely naked, and I was crying to a Billie Eilish song. Now, I'm 42 years old. I'm not going to be an ageist about anything, but that's a point where you need to look at your shit and be like, oh, I probably need to get it together. I probably need to figure my shit out. There have been times where, I've talked to friends about it. And before this, when you can communicate with people, more than 6 feet, I would hug, and I would cry, and I would be crying their chest. And my natural instinct was to be like, why don't she love me no more, man? But then I realized that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did that already to the mayor of Zoobly Zoo. So I don't steal material, and that's not what I do. I think this is appropriate. This is my first time doing quarantine comedy. Thank you guys for coming out to your, I guess. I don't know. But because this is the Green Room, and shout out to the Green Room LA, I'm going to end this on a joke that I actually wrote the last time I did Green Room LA. I wrote it after I did my set or whatever. It's not finished. It's very raw, but I want you guys to maybe feel what I'm saying and what I'm talking about, and maybe find some humor in it. And I'm going to end it on that. The name of the joke is called Paul Rudd Beating His Wife. Paul Rudd beating his wife. I don't know why that is so funny to me. Obviously not the wife beating part, obviously, but the notion. It's hella silly. Paul Rudd beating his wife. I'd want to see the video for it, right? You want to see the video footage of that. Is his domestic violence really nice and down to earth? It's Paul Rudd. I don't know. Guys, I'm Keith Evans. That's my time. I'm done. You guys enjoy the rest of the show.
We are, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Keith Evans. Yes. Living it up over there in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis.
That is some stuff going on over there. All right, Keith, very good stuff, man. Oh, taking a shot Hopefully you drink enough that you don't need the Christmas lights. You just see them around the house. I'm loving the vibe. I'm totally loving the vibe. Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. And if you want to see light like that and feel just as good as peace, you could do it by drinking the one and only Numb Rum. That's right, Numb Rum. Big shout out to them coming in all assorted flavors, just like Max's favorite, blue. So make sure you get you some blue Numb Rum. Get on it. Start drinking today. Are you guys ready to keep going with some more comedy? Huh? You guys feeling good? He said, thank you guys for coming out. Laughs and applause. Laughs and applause. Thank you guys for coming out. We might as well say thank you guys for staying in. Thank you all for putting on a t-shirt at least. That's amazing. That's well, let me make sure. Let me go through and make sure you're all wearing t-shirts. I haven't gone through yet. All right. The people that don't want to share their video, obviously naked. Totally naked witness protection program. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this next comedian, Dana, you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. All right, Dana. Loving the screen. We don't know where she's coming out. Dana, where are you coming live from tonight?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona.
Of course, hailing all the way from Phoenix, Arizona. How fucking hot is it out there?
It's hot as fuck, man.
Fuck that, dude. It's like the devil fucked a jalapeno and called it Arizona. That's how fucking hot it is out there. Nobody wants.
The devil died and then came back and then fucked itself.
Holy shit. I'm surprised you're wearing a shirt. You can get a pot to not wear a shirt today and not wear any clothes with it being that goddamn hot out. I'd be sitting on a sprinkler on a slip and slide in a kiddie pool right now in fucking Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, I'll do that later. You would be in a kiddie pool, man.
And I still drowned. Oh, hi.
Oh.
Turn up the heat because that's hot where she's at. The one and only Dana Wilson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, guys, what up? All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, shit. Fuck. On the Rob, what? Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Dana. I am once, twice, 3 times the lady I was before I started eating Taco Bell. I have a pet parrot at home named Carrie. That's right. I have a pet parrot named Carrie. Every time I leave the house, she yells, "They're all gonna laugh at you!" Thank you. I've been doing a lot of psilocybin lately, a lot of magic mushrooms prescribed Christ our Savior, amen. And I've discovered a lot about myself. For example, I discovered that I'm not actually a lesbian. I'm a gays. Sorry, lesbians. I also discovered that if I blink 3 times in a row, every other Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then every cat within a 1-mile radius explodes. You see all those dead cats in the road? Those are all my business cards. Just call me Dana Cat Killer Anonymous Wisson. Cats are the worst. Unless you fry them, then they're okay. I try to keep cats out of my room by putting a sign on my door that says, "No cats allowed." Exceptions. It doesn't work. They keep getting in. So I came up with a plan. Whenever I get a new cat, I'm going to test it out on a bear. I'm just going to go up to Flagstaff or wherever the bears are and leave the cat there and see what happens. Goodbye. If the cat survives a bear attack, I'll keep it. If the cat doesn't survive a bear attack, I'll keep it. I'm the only person I know who's never had any cavities. I guess that's because sucking dick is one of my favorite activities. Sorry, lesbians. Thank you. All right. This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Thank you. Whenever I'm asked what my greatest weakness is in job interviews, my answer is always Oreo cookies. Terrible. I'm not a bad driver because I'm a woman. No. I'm a bad driver because I speed whenever I listen to Limp Bizkit. Yeah, fuck yeah, Limp Bizkit, that's my shit. All right. Here's my impression of Cher, the man, the myth, the legend, Cher. Here's my impression of Cher eating a burger. Thank you. I'm going to start calling penises division. That way it will make more sense when I say I love long division. If you ever see me doing this, it's because I'm shaking all the sillies out. Thank you. If orange is the new black, then why aren't Oompa Loompas in the NBA? Shit. You say that? Oh shit. Okay. Do you guys ever smoke weed so good that your left leg falls off and then goes over to your next door neighbor's house and steals a beer from her fridge? And then goes over to your other next door neighbor's house and fucks his wife? Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. You guys, all right, another one. Okay, shit, fuck. Okay, yeah, shit. Okay, oh yeah, shit, fuck. All right, do you guys ever get so high that you quote the movie Twister when you're in a room full of women? We got cows, do ya? Yeah, me too, man. All right.
Yeah.
Another cow.
Yeah, we got cows. So you guys, right, here's another one. Okay, questions. Do you guys, all right, shit, fuck, yeah, shit. Okay, yeah, do you guys ever get so high that you barf in your car and then leave it there for like 2 or 3 years?
Okay.
Same here, motherfucker. All right. Baby, you're all that I want when you're lying there in that coffin. Thank you.
Oh, my dick.
I know. All right. Okay. If you want to know what I'm like without my psych meds, just think about a time you got road rage while you were alone in your bedroom, and then you'll understand. So I have Tourette syndrome. So that means I can't control the urge to do weird shit, clearly. I get the urge to do something like this, like nod my head or go like that. I have to do it, or else I feel like I'm gonna explode. Sometimes, like, of course, it's always when I'm out in public. Like if I see a hot dude, my Tourette's gets really bad, and then I bark like a dog. Yeah, it's terrible. Or like, okay, don't get mad at me for this one because I have Tourette's, I can't take responsibility for it. But whenever I see a pregnant woman, my Tourette's gets really bad, and then I do this. Abort, 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 abort. I can't help it. It's terrible.
We got 2 minutes left, Amy. We got 2 minutes.
Thank you. I also sing songs at inappropriate moments. I'll give you a few examples. Example number one, I was at a funeral for some dead dude. I don't fucking know who it was. I was driving around. I saw a mortuary called Hanson Mortuary, and I was like, oh shit, I like Hanson. I'll go pay my respects. And that I did. I stood there at that guy's, some dead dude's coffin, his casket, his deathbed, his sleep infinity bed. And I started getting that Tourette's feeling. Ugh. No, Dana. Don't do it, Dana. Don't do it, Dana. And I couldn't help myself. Ugh. Rise, this dude's widow walked up and stood next to me. I started singing. If I could turn back time. Gave it one last death grab. And the last one, the most embarrassing of them all. Ugh. I was giving some dude a blowjob. Giving some dude a blowjob. Had him on his back, laying on his back with his legs spread open, arms tied up in the most vulnerable of positions. And I started getting that Tourette's feeling. Oh no. Don't do it, Dana. Don't do it. You know what happened the last time you had some dude's dick in your mouth? And I couldn't help myself. Rise, this dude's about to come. I started singing. My name is Dana.
One more time for Dana Wilson, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Arizona's lucky.
Hey, yeah. Hey, I want to go to that comedy show, bro. Every guy leaves with a boner at the end of that comedy show. Like, oh my God.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Kidding?
All right, you guys ready to get into it with the next comedian? Yeah, all right. This next comedian, ladies and gentlemen, these next comedians, actually. We got a duo about to kick in, ladies and gentlemen. So get ready for this, not once, but twice as good. The one and only Rish and Kanish, ladies and gentlemen. Take it over, you guys.
Yo, Stone Rock, thanks, man. Thanks for hosting this.
Hey, I've been trying, man. How you guys doing over there?
Doing good. Oh, we're pretty good. We're in LA. We're chilling. We live together, so it makes this convenient. We're brothers, so yeah, just hanging out on our couch here. We have this matching striped. This was an accident. Accidentally.
Oh yeah, right. You guys were doing a fucking double mint commercial before the fucking this shit started, huh?
I guess so. Yeah, we recorded that over Zoom, and then we just swapped the window.
Hey,
and we swiped over
with this. There's not even two of them. It's one of them split screen.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, you guys. Well, you got 10 minutes. I'll give you the spotlight. It is all on you. Give it up, ladies and
gentlemen. Word. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, man. All right. So we are from the Bay Area. And we went to high school together in the Bay Area. We have a 2-year age difference. I'm a younger brother. He's the older brother. Mm-hmm. And so we had like some classes. We actually never had classes shared, but we did have a lot of the same experiences in our high school. And one of the classes that we both had the same teacher for at separate times was our calculus class, which my brother took first his senior year. And so calculus was a pretty boring class, as you can probably tell by the name calculus. And we had to find. It's your senior year too, so like I'm just trying to fuck around. Like I don't really care that much about learning calculus. I just want to get out of it, you know. So we had to find some way, or he had to find some way to make things interesting at first. So he hatched a bit of a plan, which I then continued the legacy of. Yeah. So this is a story about. I guess this is your log line. How we got trapped in an Australian accent. So. In the first week of calculus class, we had to go around and, solve a problem and just talk about whatever shit was on the board. Pretty inconsequential math stuff. So I got called on, and I'm a senior. I'm trying to fuck around. I don't really care that much about the material in the class or doing well or whatever. So I'm like. He did care about doing well, probably, but this is that's a lie. I just said that to try to sound like a badass or like a comedian who didn't care, but like of course I fucking cared about my grades. I tried to care in my class. So I was supposed to read a problem, and I was like, well, I guess I could try reading this in an Australian accent. I was born in Australia.
and we grew up in Australia for like a few years. So we had heard Australian accents before. We actually had Australian accents before moving here. So
we talk like this when we first moved here.
And it's not like we just pulled them out of our ass. They're like kind of like our.
We have to
original
work pretty
accent.
hard to drop them because people actually make fun of you when you talk like this and you come to America at first.
Especially if you're Indian, they're like, it's like it doesn't make sense in their head that you're talking like that. You can really only have that accent if you're white. So I got called on for this problem, and I was like, I don't know. I think it's parabola. And then the teacher was like, "That's an interesting accent. Where are you from?" Obviously, I said, "Oh, I'm from Australia." And then she asked a follow-up question, and she said, "How long ago did you get here?" And then my friend just piped up, and she said, "Oh, he actually got here last week." And in that moment, I paused and I considered what would happen if I corrected my friend. If I corrected her, then the class might have had a laugh for like a minute at most.
And keep in mind that everyone else in the class, this was senior year, so everyone else in the class obviously knew this kid. And
Yeah, everyone knows everyone at this time.
And
they knew I didn't really have an Australian accent, and they knew I was born in Australia. You know, everyone knows everyone. So it was either I corrected her and I set the record straight, or I decided to keep the accent for a little bit longer. So I kept it for the rest of the class, and then
for the rest of the year, and then
for all the time I spent in high school, every time I saw that teacher, I used my Australian accent. So I said, "Oh hey, how's it going? You know, nice to see you." But if there were other teachers around, then I had to drop the Australian accent because they would be wondering, why the fuck is this guy doing an Australian accent?
And so then 2 years later, I got the same teacher.
And I graduated, by the way, and I didn't tell her anything. I never revealed my real accent. So I graduated, and she just thought that I was this Australian exchange student who spent a year in her class.
And then I got the same teacher 2 years later, and you just kind of get assigned a teacher. You don't get to pick. So it was kind of like happenstance. It was pretty serendipitous that I got her. And she was actually retiring that year. So my brother was like, okay, you have to keep up the legacy. You have to continue the work that the journey that I started us on. So of course, on my first day in class, you know, I introduced myself like this, started talking like this as well.
And he really dove into it because he already knew. He was aware of the gambit.
And I went full method, and it actually got quite difficult because sometimes during tests, I would have legitimate questions about the contents of the test, and I would have to just continue talking like this, you know, asking, you know, I was wondering about number 17 if we have to use hyperbola.
And he still has to get a good grade on all these tests.
I still have to get a good
These
grade.
are real questions.
And the first day for me as well, I was, you know, doing the accent for a little while and talking like this. And a couple of my friends laughed. Really, no one else laughed. Everyone was just like, "What the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what's the point of this?" Like, it was mildly amusing for maybe 30 seconds, and then everyone kind of like stopped caring because they had to get back to calculus. But then it sort of like took an arc, and as I continued, you know, to talk like this for the entire year, people started to say like, "Hey, like this guy's actually pretty committed. Like this guy really like cares about this character that he's been
There's
playing."
an extended bit.
And so the plan always was for on the last day after all this, on the last day of my senior year, which is this multi-year gambit, it was also the last day of this teacher's teaching career, that I would drop the accent abruptly and just kind of like see what happened. So on the last day of class, the teacher was going through kind of like before everyone went off to college, if they had any questions, and she went around the class. She said, you know, if any of you have any questions for me, definitely let me know, because
that's the same teacher as I had, but I guess I just didn't do her voice. So now you know what she sounds like.
And she sounded like this, very guttural, very glottal. And she asked, does anybody have any questions before you go off to college? And then I said, you know, yeah, I was wondering if you had any general advice for us moving forward, you know, how we can improve our day-to-day lives. And she said, well, that's a great question, Reish. And to that I say, make sure you take risks in your life, because risks are what define a life that matters. And I said, okay, yeah, that's actually really interesting. 'Cause, I've actually always planned on taking this risk where, I go to a class and I do an accent for an entire year, and I say I'm from a country that, that I'm not really from, and I just do this kind of rouse on the t-shirt. And I hope that, I've been working on my American accent, and I think it's coming along quite well, actually. And then the teacher said, is that your accent? And I said, yeah, this is my American accent. I've been watching a lot of American TV. I think, this is how you all talk. And she said, oh, what? That's terrible. You're never going to convince anyone with that. And so then I just kind of resigned back to talking like this. And I too had to see her elsewhere. And she said to me, well, I've been telling everyone else in the faculty that I have this student from Australia, and no one seems to know who you are. No one seems to believe me. So now I can confirm that. And then I eventually saw her at the end of high school, and she came up to me, and I too, amongst my friends, had to just start talking like this, with no context really given to anyone else. So
and his year in calculus is also her last year as a teacher at that school. So the secret will die with her, and I guess everyone in his class and everyone in my class, and now this audience as well, and every other audience that we've told the story for. But
so if nothing else, that's the legacy we leave. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah. Orish and Kanish.
Orish and Kanish.
Orish and Kanish, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for them one time. Yeah. You guys wearing the same pants too?
No, not today, but on the next one.
All right.
Got these khakis.
Got these khakis. Yeah, we know you're. Oh, he's not wearing anything. Holy shit.
I'm not wearing any pants. It's a Zoom call. So.
All right, pants versus skins.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys are playing? Oh, wow. Greg Louganis is over there hanging out on the couch with his little shorts. Listen, I love to watch this as everybody's doing comedy. I love to watch what you people are doing. It's amazing. I'm gonna just call some people out that are just out here. Mary Romero over there drinking her num rum. I see you guys eating, drinking num rum. I can see the whole. What are you eating? What are you guys eating over there?
Hey, I thought our video was off, but I guess not.
Damn, no! I saw everything you've been doing. Everything you've been doing. All those lines of coke you got was we seen it all. She's all numb rumming it up. She's like, how did you know?
Max dropped it off today. Thanks, dude.
Hell yeah! Big shout out to Max. And Dina looks like she's just in this mythical Narnia room of all purple in the back. It's like, I want to go get high with Dina after this show. All right. We're going to keep it rolling as Dina's lights get dimmer and dimmer through the whole show. Just pay attention to that. We're going to keep this rolling, ladies and gentlemen. This next comedian is an international headliner and doing big work. He's going to be in a new John Panay documentary called John Panay, You Go Now. All right.
Go now.
All of this quarantine is over. You're going to see him on Conan O'Brien. Not to mention, he's one of my good friends, the very hilarious Richard Chasler. Richard, what is up, my boy?
Woo.
What's up, Richard?
How are you, man?
How are you, bro? Where are you tuned in from tonight?
I'm in West Hollywood, baby. I'm at Hunker Inn at the Bunker Inn.
Oh, nice. I'm in North Hollywood, bro. We should fucking smoke.
Dude, I will stand 6 feet away from you with my fucking spray bottle of alcohol and fucking smoke with you and disinfect and smoke with you.
Hey, this is the most 6-foot bongs I've ever sold in smoke shops, man.
I remember smoking out of my first 6-foot bong in junior high school.
Oh, bro, I still smoke out of 6-foot bongs.
You had to lean it down. And remember, you had to fucking lean the fucking thing down and fucking.
You have to have a friend.
Yeah, Kumar and Kumar don't know from 6-foot bongs. They dropped the word calculus like 9 times in that left me with.
That's right, Richard. We're gonna let you take it. You got 10 minutes. My man, are you ready to go? Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Richard.
I'm ready to fucking go. Jesus Christ. I don't know where I'm going. I've been quarantined so long. I'm losing my mind. I've been sequestered so long, I feel like an OJ juror. I'm not kidding you. I know what astronauts feel like now. Remind me never to go on a mission to Mars. Seriously. Anne Frank had it easy. She just had to worry about Nazis. Me, I open my door, I got to worry about everybody. Yeah, we have it harder. Should I play a laugh track? I've been in quarantine so long, I figured out two things. One, lots of people think they're funny and know how to cook. Two, most people aren't funny and don't know how to cook. I'm waiting for Mary Romeo's roommate to laugh. That's my cue to keep moving. When I hear her in the background, I'm gonna keep rolling on. Seriously, God, I am lonely, and I'm single now. This is bad because I've been single for a while. This sucks. I have fucking jerked off so much, my hand has developed feelings. I grabbed the doorknob the other day, it got jealous. Thank you. I saw in the news today they're talking about bringing back football, but they're not going to have fans there. The NFL is going to come back, but not with fans. It's going to be just like the XFL.
Hey.
Thank you. You know who's killing it right now in this whole quarantine thing? I'll tell you who's killing it. Cam girls.
Yeah.
Cam girls are listen to all the girls go, yeah. I'm saying,
Yeah.
how much
Yeah.
you make, Dina? Cam girls must be fucking killing it. If there's ever been a job that's been pinpointed towards anything, talk about supply and demand. I'm not kidding you. That's the perfect job for quarantine. Jerk off, get fans, get paid. Look at me right now, getting jerked off. Very few fans here, not getting paid. Not fair. This is like no different than any other time for me as a professional stand-up comedian. Seriously, the day is virtually the same. I wake up, jerk off, smoke pot, watch TV, eat, nap, wake up, smoke pot, jerk off, eat, smoke pot, watch TV, nap, wake up, jerk off, go do a show. If I'm lucky, meet a babe. If not, go home, eat, jerk off, go to bed. Pretty much the same day. So I'm kind of faring okay through this whole thing. Can't wait to get the fuck out of here. First thing I'm going to do is walk into a friend's house, ask to use the bathroom, and take a fucking bath. I'm going to bring a joint, a book. I'm going to let myself get pruny. Use those little decorative rose soaps I shouldn't touch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Smoking a lot of weed and drinking a lot of wine. That's the thing. Are there wine drinkers? Show of hands. How many wine drinkers in the room? Is this wine people? No? All right, moving on. All right, there we go. One snooty snoot fuckity fuck putting the glass in there. Wine people, snooty snoot fuckity fucks. It's true. Wine people are so fucking snooty with the fucking the swirling and the sniffing and the. I know this because I am one. I got bit by the wine bug. I did. I'm like this wine dude. I'm always drinking interesting, weird wines and shit. It's true. I got the wine bug. And I'm that asshole who thinks he can like smell something in the glass that isn't there. You know, like, oh yes. Oh, can you smell that? Oh, that's fantastic. That's hot Texas asphalt highway. May 16th, 1972. Can you smell it in there? That's amazing. That's fantastic. Pants. Can you smell it in there? That's I'm that fucking douchebag. Beer drinkers are so much simpler. They're not like, hey, Frank, check it out. All right. Hey, Bud Light, Hoppy, water, yeah. Grandma's panties, yeah, yeah. Wine people, such snooty, snoot fucking fucks. Everyone's a snooty snoot in a way, though, right, Mary? Like, you know, like, you'll always run into, like, some douchebag that'll be like, oh, I eat chocolate. But it's got to be dark chocolate. And no less than 92% cacao. Fucking snooty, snoot, fuckity fuck.
That's some bitter shit.
You know? Fucking
I drink
true.
wine. I drink num rum.
Num. I know, right?
Num rum.
Fucking those fucking people. How about? Oh, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat, but I'll eat Kobe beef if you flew it in fresh this morning. Fucking snooty, snoot, fucking fuck.
I mean,
you know, me, I'm a snooty snoot. I'll eat pussy if it's under 35 and completely shaved. Snooty.
Wow.
Oh, fucking snooty.
Under 35.
I don't know. I'm snooty about my weed too. That's for sure. I only smoke good weed. You know, I love weed. Fucking Stoner Rob knows it. Like, he's like me. He's fucking stoner hardcore. But I'll tell you what, I can't fucking stand you guys. All right. This has been pissing me off. The new weed culture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
What the fuck? First of all, let's start. I got the worst cotton mouth right now. Ew, Grandpa's jockstrap.
The new culture is edibles and vape pens.
No, I'm talking about the bullshit in the culture. I'm talking about, like, how many fucking names for weed do we goddamn need? Fucking orange this, orange kush this, orange sideways kush this, sour orange sideways kush this, orange this, kush that, sideways kush, fruity this, strawberry that. Fuck that. When I started smoking pot, there were two fucking kinds: seeds and no seeds.
Yep.
That's it. Fucking names. You know what they should do? Just put on the jar what it does. I don't need a name. Just take 2 hits of this and don't get off the couch for 6 hours, kush. Smoke this whole joint and eat everything in the refrigerator, sativa. I'm good. And the fucking edibles, Rob, more bullshit.
They are, right?
Because they make it look like real fucking food. Like, exactly. Thank you. The Jelly Bellies look like fucking Jelly Bellies. You know, the brownies look just like exactly my grandmother's fucking brownies. By the way, if you eat a pot brownie and get really bad munchies, which of course you will, because you're going to get super fucking high, don't try to cure the munchies by eating more pot brownie.
You had 2 minutes, my brother.
Does not work. When people get fucking baked in LA, they fucking want to go out and eat food. More bullshit. Where do you go? In-N-Out Burger? That's a fucking lie. In-N-Out my ass. They should call it In-N-Hour Burger. In, and we're going to take our own fucking time with your food burger. In, and I hope you pack the lunch while you're waiting for your lunch burger. All right. Anyway, listen, you guys, I'm not doing a shameless plug. Here in LA, over by a new place called the Shelby, my friend Alfonso and some other comics, one famous friend of mine, whatever, we're serving food for free to first responders, firemen, policemen, whatever. It's a big expense. I've been selling merch on my website. The t-shirts, if you go there, I'm a snooty snoot fuckity fuck. I'm giving 60% of all the money to this cause. My name's Rich Chasser, you guys. Follow me, buy merch. I'm donating the money to feed some fucking hungry people right now, and stay home, please.
That is right, you guys. Get your Snooty Snoot fuckity fuck t-shirt from the one and only Richard Chasler. Richard, great seeing you, bro. What are you smoking up right now? What strain are you hitting?
I'm hitting 2, bro. So this is, all right, I'm going to share with you. So this is some fucking, this is OG, San Fernando Valley OG. But this is actual Jack Herrera from a cutting that Jack gave a guy I know years ago. And this guy's been tending this fucking clone of Jack for like 20 years. So This is straight pure Jack Herrer, right off a Jack Herrer clone.
Nice.
Oh yeah, look at our next
Gorgeous,
comic loved
too.
that. Our next comic's loving that. Is it Demar? Am I saying that right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Demar, I would ask where you're tuned in from, but I think the answer is straight out of Compton. Yes, I can see that in the background. Demar, what is going on, my man? How you living?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? There's a white guy behind you. Oh, all right. It's just I was like, I was scared for you for a minute. I was like, Demar, run.
Well, oh, the shit's moving, right? All right, cool.
Yeah, that shit's moving. It's tripping me the fuck out. Yeah, I thought it was me.
That's that pro account, baby boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Demar paid $1.99. This flashy motherfucker.
Flexing, you see, your boy out here got expendable income.
Smooth. Demar, how are you living right now on quarantine? I know you high as a motherfucker, aren't you, Demar?
Yo, dog. I spend a lot of time in jail, man. This shit's easy, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
This is easy, bro.
He doesn't call it quarantine. He calls it lockdown. Commissary is
exactly.
Hair is getting braided. Tattoo machines are up butt, and we're gonna turn it over right now to the one and only Demar Randy, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, motherfuckers? Hello. Yeah, man, this quarantine's been pretty easy for me, bro. I do this shit, man. Bro, but I have been pretty bored, but I keep myself occupied. I just watched a caterpillar grow into a butterfly. It's beautiful. And I photographed the whole process. So if you're interested in some 4K butterfly caterpillar footage, your boy's on deck. You know what I'm saying?
3 payments of $39.99.
You can have a fucking monarch butterfly flying around your house too. Man, I'd be bored. I got a stepson, man. We be having fun. I feel like me and him are cellmates. You know what I'm saying? I'll be talking to him like a cellmate. I'll be like, yo, man, hey, see if your mom can send us some Doritos, man. I'm a professional at not doing shit. I've been not doing shit, man. Professional. I'm a professional quarantiner, man. I feel like I can give therapy sessions to other people on how to not do shit. You know
He's been training.
You ever come to your quarantine shaman? Yeah, man. Like I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't really have a job, so but I clock in at least 8 to 10 hours of YouTube a day. And I pay for that shit. But you know, my favorite thing to watch on YouTube, I like to watch other people work hard. That's my favorite shit. I be watching construction videos and shit. I be watching people build patios and pave driveways and shit. And these just be hour-long videos. I be watching the whole thing. You ever watch somebody work so hard and you got tired? I'm like, damn, I need to hit pause. Y'all niggas making me tired. Hold on. Let me come back to this swimming pool. I like watching, I like to learn on YouTube. I think YouTube's a valuable tool, and I spend a lot of time on there. I like to learn on YouTube. That's my favorite thing. I learned how to grow weed on YouTube. You can learn. You don't need. Look, YouTube is so valuable. Like it replaces things you know. Like you don't need a dad anymore because of YouTube. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If you need to learn how to tie a tie, man, hey, how to tie a tie. If you want to know how to change a spare tire, how to change a spare tire. If you need to know how to tell girls to shut the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? All those videos are there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. You don't need a dad anymore. But I like to watch cannabis videos. That's my favorite shit. And I go in there and Like I like the tutorials where the lady looks like she's like an overweight housewife from the Midwest. That's my favorite. I know she's gonna fucking kill every tutorial. You know, it's always so good. You know, because she always gives you more information than you need. You know what I mean? But you always appreciate it. So like, I'm gonna give you 5 easy steps to taking care of your indoor tomato garden. You're like, oh shit. And here's how you know you can trust a YouTube tutorial video is if you see anybody standing in front of outdated cabinets, they know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I mean? You don't get you know what I mean? Smart people don't buy new cabinets. You know what I'm saying? That's some dumb shit. Fucking smart people are like, yeah, hey man, fuck them cabinets look just. Anyways, Tammy, I call her Tammy because she always looks like a Tammy. Yeah. That YouTube tutorial lady. She always yelling at her husband in the video. Bob, move to the left a little bit. God damn. You're like, all right, sorry about it. I'm gonna give you 5 easy steps to taking care of your indoor tomato garden. And I don't know what it is about them, but they always seem to know what you're thinking before you think it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna give you 5 easy steps to taking care of your indoor tomato garden. The first thing you want to do is you want to get yourself some worms. Like worms? I know you're thinking worms, but trust me. I'm like, all right. She's like, but make sure when you get these worms, you only put 1 worm in each pot. I was like, okay. I'm probably gonna put a fucking 3 or 4 worms in there and really supercharge that motherfucker. But you know, like, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking you're gonna put 3 or 4 in there and supercharge that motherfucker. Don't do it. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because first off, I don't know what they were doing in there, but I put 3 or 4 in there, and I came back about 3 or 4 weeks later, and I guess they were in there rubbing, but there's little babies coming out the bottom. So they only put 1 worm in each pot. I'm like, oh, rubbing. I like rubbing. Sexy. Rubbing. Right? I'm like, hey, girl, what you doing tonight? Hey, what you say we do a little, what we say we do a little rubbing. Anyways, I don't know. I'm from LA, man, so I don't really know I don't even know where to find these fucking worms at, man. Where do you get worms from? You know what I'm saying? So I had to go to, I had to go to YouTube. I had to go to Google Maps and find and type in worms with an S because I needed multiple worms. And I found some at the fish and tackle spot. I found some at this fish and tackle spot, and I was like, hold on. Sorry. I'm hearing some shit.
2 minutes right now. 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I found some at the fish and tackle spot, and I don't really look like a fisherman, so I guess the owner was a little alarmed when I walked in. But as soon as I walked in, bing bong, he's like, "Can I help you?" I was like, yeah. And I don't know what it is, but I'm from Compton, so I guess I just make everything look illegal. But I was like, yeah, man. Hey, you got some worms, man? He's like, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm trying to find some worms. He's like, well, yeah, we got worms. We're a fishing place. I'm like, oh, fuck you, man. I knew that. All right. Hey, I need 3 worms. He's like, I'm sorry, partner, but we don't sell 3 worms. If you want 3 worms, you're gonna have to buy all 25. I was like, what? I don't need 25. I just need 3. He's like, well, if you want 3, you're gonna have to buy 25. I'm like, how much is 25, dude? He's like, oh, $3.75. I'm like, oh shit, well, fucking bring all them niggas in. Shit, fuck it. Bring all of them. Fucking bring all of them. Come on, y'all got a new home. Y'all rolling with DeMar now. I get the worms home. I don't even know how to pick up a worm. I like open the box and shit, you know, and I used a fork for the first time to get the worm out. And let's just say, rest in peace to the first worm. It was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice for everybody else could live a great life. You know. And then I started thinking like, how can I pick up this second worm? Like, I don't want to like smash it. So I just like, fucking, I'm gonna just man up and just grab the worm out of the thing and just put it in there. But then I'm like, man, I got some strong ass hands. I'm probably gonna smash this motherfucker. How am I gonna pick this shit up? So then I started thinking like, what's the softest thing I ever picked up? And I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna pick this worm up like I touch a nipple. You know what I'm saying? Like firm, but you don't want to like bust it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
don't bust it.
So I put the worms in there, and I read the box, and the box said to store, refrigerate to store, or whatever, right? And I'm like, man, I gotta put no worms in my refrigerator, but I found a little spot next to my old ass avocados and lettuce, and I'm like, I guess you guys can go in this corner where I never looked. So about 2 weeks passed, and I started feeling bad for these worms and shit, man. I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, that's fucked up, man. They're in this fucking container in my house, in my fucking refrigerator, in an artificial environment that they're not fucking meant to survive in. I gotta fucking do something. So I hop back on YouTube, how to take care of earthworms. I'm gonna give you 5 easy steps to taking care of your earthworms. My name is Mark Randy, man. You guys have been great, man. Have a great night.
Yes. Tamar Randy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Probably the first black guy from.
Yo, you didn't play my music, man. You didn't play my song, bro.
Well, calm down, Tamar. Don't throw no worms at nobody. Just.
You know, I'm locked up right now, so everybody's safe.
Jamal Randy, he's flying kites, as they say right now, flying kites from cell to cell, doing his life.
That's funny.
Jamal with the funniest shit, man. The funniest shit. Buying worms and shit. That motherfucking bait shop it was getting robbed that day. You know what I mean? Because you know for a fact, find no bait shop in Compton. You didn't
Nah.
You drove your ass to the night. It's all Santa Monica. They're like, oh God, oh Jesus. This quarantine got serious. They're eating worms. They're robbing us for work.
That nigga was scared. I'm like, man, shit, I don't want to get shot in the fish and tackle spot. Ain't nobody saying that shit.
You gotta walk in like DMX. Hey, yo, bitch, let me get some worms.
That was basically what happened.
All right, you guys, let's keep this rolling one more time for Damar. Damar, very funny stuff. Quick 10-second commercial break brought to you by the one and only Numrum. Numrum, ladies and gentlemen, drink it while you're quarantined. Drink it when you go out. Drink it when you're locked up. We will send it in as commentary. Numrum, it's a favorite drink amongst the people. Now back to our comedy show. All right. Ron, are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron is there looking like you gonna kill a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if it doesn't, this is gonna be Ron. I love the comedy. Is that a Comedy Store shirt?
Yeah.
Ron, you're very vocal. You are very. All right, Ron.
Well, you know what? Hey, dog, this has been some very interesting shit, man. I just want to commend you guys for actually recreating exactly the feeling of an open mic. I mean, it feels like it from top to fucking bottom. From the fucking waiting, from the wacky host, the sly racism that has been throughout this entire production. I'm being talked about before I even say something. I'm closing my mouth, motherfucker. You talking about I ain't vocal? I'm waiting my goddamn turn. But you know, we'll continue with the intro.
I'm gonna make you feel more at home. Like I'm gonna pull your name out of the hat like an open mic. Coming up next, and on deck, ladies and gentlemen, the very funny Ron Taylor. Ron, take it on over. Ron Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for it.
Yeah, man. Shit, I'm glad to be in this motherfucker. I'm smoking CBD right now. I'm not a fan of weed. Um, this CBD is for, yeah, I'm not a fan of weed. So what, motherfucker? Everybody is not made for weed. Okay, you know, I smoke weed. I start doing backflips. I start seeing shit. And you know, nobody's gonna rub my back. They're gonna call the police and I'm gonna go to jail. So you suck my dick 2 times. This is CBD. And it's for I got a pinched nerve. This is a real thing. I don't know if this is recorded, you can go back and see me like getting up. I've been doing stretches and doing this. I have a pinched nerve. I didn't know that's what it was. I thought it was just like a sore muscle because I literally did 2 pull-ups a month ago. And I felt like I ripped some shit. That's why I only did 2. I would have did like 5, but I ripped something and I stopped. And so I thought it was from that, but that was so long ago. I was like, no, it can't be that. And then I started looking it up because the pain was traveling, right? So pinched nerve, the shit hurt up here, and it get right up in here, and it get in your back and shit like that. And then I was looking at stretches to do to fix it. Long story short, I got a pinched nerve from being in the bed, looking at my phone and jerking off for so long. So a lot of people don't know there are some downsides to jerking off that much. Like nothing physical with your dick, but if you in that position, you can get a pinched nerve. So that's why I've got this CBD. And yeah, you know, it's life, man. So now I try to stand up with my head up, jerk off like that. Just doing that right there felt a lot better. But not to just talk about jerking off. But yeah, that's going on. I took some generic Vicodin or Percocet yesterday. Threw up. That was real fun. You know, I can't drink because I got a DUI like 6 months ago. I ain't drank this whole quarantine, which is probably a good thing because that's definitely what I would have been doing. I would have been sipping. Was it numb rum?
Yeah.
Numb rum. I would have put that in my ass and everything, but I can't drink. So you know, I've been but you know, you can still do everything else. So boy, have I tried some shit. Man, you can do all the other drugs when you can't drink. Molly, ecstasy, Percocet, CBD, shrooms, all this stuff is wonderful, allegedly. I'm not saying I took it, but I've been hanging out with this girl. It's so funny, man. Girls' love transcends global pandemics. This bitch get to coughing and is mad because I don't want to hug her. Bitch, you gonna kill us. We are gonna die. I'm not saying I don't fuck with you, but maybe for like, I don't know, at least 3 days, let's not fucking cuddle. You fucking selfish bitch. If I get it, who gonna help me? You can't pick me up, bitch. You 130. I'm 200 fucking pounds. Get your sick ass in the bathroom and hawk that lung up. I'm not kissing you. You selfish whore. I'm not dying in a pandemic because you think shit is cute. But you know, you can't say that. So I hugged her and just fucking, you know, and just cross my fingers, you know what I'm saying? Drink some apple cider vinegar. Shout out to Brody Stevens. Hopefully that helped, you know. And yeah, man, watching YouTube, Demar, that was some funny shit. I thought I was the only one that watched. I know I wasn't the only one that watched YouTube tutorials, but obscure ones that I ain't never gonna do. Like that nigga ain't never having no indoor tomatoes. I don't know what the fuck you looking at it for. But I be looking at it too. I'm like, yeah, how to file your own taxes. Thing I ain't never doing my own taxes. But I watched that bitch. It's like, yeah. The fuck I look like a white man? I'm not filing my own taxes. The fuck out of here. All my money under the table. That's why I ain't give you my cash app and all that shit. That shit go in the books. You get the money, you come drop it off, and then we'll call it a fucking day. But yeah, I've been watching that. That's been fucking great. YouTube tutorials and just watching all the news. The police, they just couldn't help it. They just still acted among white people, killed that guy down south. I'm so tired of being black and hating the police. We got good reason, but it's tiresome, man. Like I know some cool police officers. I know some fine police officers. It's some thick bitches in the blue and the shield, but I can't fuck with them because them hoes they on the wrong team. You know, it's like I feel like I'm a Crip, and like it's some new Jordans came out, but they blue or they red, and that's just like, damn, I want to cop them bitches, but Crip, nigga, I can't. The police, man, fuck them. Oh, that's going on. I just been sitting back there. I don't know if y'all have ever, if y'all have felt this, but like now that we've had to switch over to this like fucking virtual shit, I feel like all the Instagram and internet comedians are validated, and I just fucked up, man. I've been spending the last 10 years to myself, that shit ain't gonna last. If the internet stop, you ain't gonna have no job. Little did I know the world would stop and the internet would have. So boom. I'm over here writing jokes. These internet comedians getting thousands of dollars, fucking holding up flyers to my son. Check out my Slim Fit tee. Check out my number on. And I'm over here like, yeah, well, you can't get a standing motherfucker standing ovation. I'm about to put on the wig and start getting some followers out this bitch, man. But what you gonna do, man? All this shit is weird. I was listening to what's his name? Keith. This nigga really married a witch. I thought it was just a joke till he had a whole second part of it. I was like, oh my God. First of all, you already married the devil because you married a white woman. And then you married like a general. You marry a general in his army? No, nigga, of course you gonna cut yourself. If it wasn't for the blood of Shaka Zulu running through your nigga veins, you'd be dead right now. You shouldn't be happy you're still alive. You gonna marry a devil witch. Hey, that's fucked up and racist as fuck, but whatever. Slavery, nigga, slavery, whatever.
2 minutes, Ron. You got 2 minutes left, my boy.
Hey, man, you know what? Fuck it, dog. I appreciate the 2 minutes, man. I appreciate all of this stuff. This has been real fucking weird. Max, we got to get together. We're supposed to do shrooms. I'm going to shoot shrooms right now. I've done Molly. That's great. Oh, man, drugs are fucking great. They're so great.
Molly!
Yo, they're so awesome. It's too bad you can't do them forever. But we'll have to do that stuff. And yeah, man, that's it. Just fucking give people a break. Somebody don't return your call and you like, hey, you should return my call. You was at home. Nigga, fuck your call. People getting their shit together. I'm girl right now, and this girl, it's just like, hey, I need to get away right now. So, whatever. Jokes, fuckity fucks. You guys have been great. Thank you.
Give it up for Ron, ladies and gentlemen. Ron, good shit, my boy. Awesome. Smoke your CBDs. All right. Don't OD on your CBD. One hit at a time. Ron Taylor, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a follow at Comedian Ron T. You see it right there on the bottom of your screen. Make sure you follow him on IG today. We're going to get into some more, you guys. We're going to keep on rolling. This next comedian has been the spotlight and interest of our background the whole night. We've seen her eat. We have seen her pick up the remote and turn off the TV. We've seen her roommate come in and out. There's a lot of activity going on at her house. I can't wait to hear what she has to say about it. Mary, are you tuned in with me, Mary?
I'm here.
I know. We've seen you the whole night.
I know.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how to work this thing, which is
good thing you didn't change.
On Zoom. So no, I've been fucking up. It's because I'm high as hell, you guys. I've been smoking this whole fucking time, and now I'm like almost last, and I'm so high. And I don't know what I'm feeling from this, but this is cool too. So shout out to Max and Numrum for providing this drink. It feels like I'm drinking like a Four Loko. It's so fucking sweet. Like college or something.
Hey, anyone under 25 right now is all hyped up. They're like, hell, I used to drink those when I was 14 in middle school.
Yeah, no, I've just been chilling. I got a whiteboard back here with my Venmo name on it. If anyone wants to Venmo me for the set or for drugs that you want to buy for me in the future,
That is
yeah,
awesome.
shrooms if you want them. Seriously, okay. I have chocolates on my killers. But yeah, things are. I see Richard like turned his camera on. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'm interested."
I had to go say happy birthday to a friend of mine in another Zoom call, and then but I didn't want to be rude, so I
Okay,
wanted to come back. And my timing was perfect because
fitting
hey,
in.
shrooms.
Yeah. Dude, I've just that's dope. Well, cool. I'm so high. Is this my time now? Am I starting?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mary Romeo. All right, take it, Romeo.
Cool. Oh my god. I think I took all my energy out earlier from a Skype call. I got interviewed for Let's Make a Deal to be a contestant on the show. And they said they liked me. They said that they were gonna put me on. And I just can't like wrap my head around the fact that there are still game shows going on right now. It's like people are fucking suffering and dying, and these people are like, "Do you want to win $30,000? Like, come on, and let's just give it away." When they could be giving it to, I don't know, people in need who actually are dying and not on a game show. I don't get it. But I'm gonna be one of those people, so I don't care. It's me, it's fine. No, it's been weird. Like I lost all 3 jobs during quarantine. I was a barista, a server, and a babysitter. I was also a whore, but I wasn't getting paid for that. That was just kind of more of a hobby, which I no longer do. So
Woo! Yes.
Yeah, woo. I like that. It does feel weird, like being a babysitter and a slut. You know, it's like a little conflicting, especially because I miss the kids. So like I was scrolling through pictures of them on my phone, and they were directly next to my nudes, and I was like, that feels a little molesty. You know, it's weird.
Okay.
Especially because like the way that the kid's face was turned, it looked like. I was like, I can't. So I deleted them. Like if I want to look at them, I'll just look at their mom's Instagram. Like they're taking up space on my phone. And I'm never gonna see them again probably because that's done. I'm being sad. Okay. I'm like way too self-conscious to live in a pandemic. Like I think I care too much about how I look. Like anytime I walk out of the house with a DIY face mask on, I'm like, do I look poor? Do I look like I can't afford a real mask? Damar, I also followed a YouTube tutorial on how to make a homemade face mask out of a pillowcase, which was kind of weird. Like an entire pillowcase, like a 500 thread count, 100% cotton, small blanket for children. I was like, how is this gonna work? I followed the tutorial, I put it on. It felt like I was wearing a whoopee cushion on my face. I was like, this is helping no one and only hurting me. Like I cannot breathe right now. So I just like untangled the whole thing and put it over my head and tried to kill myself, and that didn't work either. So now I'm stuck with these really adorable masks, which I love seeing like the homemade ones because it makes me kind of forget that we're in a pandemic for like one hot second. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, puppies, that's so cute. But my mom gave me this like flower mask and this like polka dot mask, and then she knitted me a mask. I was like, bitch, there's holes in this. Like, that's ineffective. She's like, put a paper towel underneath it. I was like, I don't think that works either. I don't think anyone knows what they're doing. Stupid. No, but I think that the like, I don't know, the pattern masks are just a little obnoxious. It's like if a school shooter walked into a school carrying like a chevron pattern AK-47. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Like if they shot up the school with like a detailed patterned gun, you'd be like, well, at least she had style. You know, at least she had a personality, and she's gonna rot away in jail. But at least we know like she was cool. Yeah, no, I literally hear crickets out my window, so I'll look on that one. I am really excited, like, for the ugly, fat, poor people of the world. I feel like this is their time to thrive. I feel like, You know what I mean? Like, we only have to see 30% of your face. Like, that fucked up nose and jacked up teeth you were worried about, no fucking problem. Like, you're beautiful now. Like, it's cool. I just feel like it's no time. Like, this is not the time anymore for hot girls with zero personalities. Like, you had your chance from 2004 to 2019. It was a good 15-year run, but you can sit down now, Becky. It's time for the ugly fat people. They're gonna be the ones who matter. I usually use this board like to try and like map out ideas for like, I don't know, scripts and stuff, but it kind of makes me look like I'm like a 5th grader on summer like homeschooled vacation or something. Like, all right, write your name down on the board. You were bad. Say that sentence 42 times. So a lot of my friends, I mean, I graduated college like 2 years ago, I'm 25. A lot of my friends now from back home are nurses, and they shouldn't be. Like, I have one friend who posted a picture of herself at a hospital, and I was like, oh no, she must have blacked out. And then I was like, oh wait, it's just her first day of work. Oh my God, congrats. Like, that's so cool. It's weird how much the times have changed. Like, if you asked a nurse during World War II why they wanted to be a nurse, they would say, well, I wanted to save lives, obviously. But if you asked a nurse now why they wanted to be a nurse, they'd be like, well, I saw a couple episodes of Grey's Anatomy and I wanted a fucking storage closet. So I never wanted to be a nurse because I never saw the show. Luckily, I settled for communications media, and turns out it's working out good for me because I'm making a lot of money to do nothing. It's cool being on unemployment. I always like regret it because I always compared myself to my friends, so I always kind of regretted not getting a better major. But now I just kind of regret going to college in general. Like, I didn't need it at all. I don't have a job right now. I'm not using my degree. I'm not even paying my student loans. It's like I blacked out the whole thing. Like, which I actually didn't really, because my senior year, like it wasn't that good of a time. I was in an abusive relationship, which I hate saying the word abusive because it makes it sound like he hit me, and he never hit me. Like, even when I asked him to, it was kind of annoying. He'd be like, no, I respect you too much. And I'd be like, well, then why can't I have friends or a password on my phone? Like, this is confusing. I don't get it. Like, you're gonna hit the wall, but you refuse to hit me. Like, I'm asking for. I don't understand. I kind of wish that he would have hit me like outside of sex so I could just leave. But no, I'm actually kind of glad that he never had the balls to hit me because he was smaller than me. And like, you know how embarrassing that would have been, like getting abused by a smaller man. Like, if he has muscles, at least it's hot, you know? You're like, wait, punch me again. Have you been working out? Like, it's super hot.
You got 2 minutes, Mary. 2 minutes.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, my ex, he was super fucking scrawny. Like, he had no muscle on his body. We had to take 3 trips anytime we got groceries, and he lived on the 3rd floor. Like, it was really annoying. His arms were so small, they looked 2-dimensional. Like, they looked like 2 pieces of beige construction paper folded hot dog style. It's kind of... dude, he couldn't even complete the most basic sex position. Like, missionary was a struggle. Anytime we were having sex, like 10 minutes in, it felt like I was fucking my grandfather with Parkinson's disease. I was like, no. Man up, dude. Dude, the cool thing about him though was that he was scrawny, but he had a big dick. But I think that was just an illusion because I don't know. Like, okay, so a 6 foot, 200-pound guy and like a 5'8", 150-pound guy could have the same size dick, but it's always gonna look bigger on the smaller guy, and that is slutty girl physics right there. That's how I guess everybody knows. I don't know. I had more to say, but this went by so fast, and it was super cool. Thanks for dealing with me eating throughout this. I'll learn the skills on how to use Zoom for another time, and hopefully, you know, you guys open back up, and I can be on a lineup like in person again. So, but that was it from me. Thank y'all.
Give it up for Mary Romeo, ladies and gentlemen. She just ruined my game, giving up our big dick illusions for scrawny people. Thanks a lot.
Speak for
That's
yourself.
the
I'm
only reason
Jewish. It comes with the fucking package.
the only reason I did this show. I'm like, if I weigh 98 pounds, but my dick's 8 pounds of it, that's still okay, right?
Like I say in my manscaping bit, just fucking shave. It makes it look a lot fucking bigger.
Right, trim it down. You got to just do the edger. Make sure you get the edger in there. All right, Mary, very hilarious, you guys. Give it up for Mary. Mary, where are you calling in from? Where are you right now?
I'm in LA. I'm in
in-
Starbucks, actually.
It's no, Mary. What's your address? Everyone's coming over there right now. Mary in LA. Give it up for her. Make sure you guys check her out on Instagram. Check it out at Mary Romeo. All right. Make sure you see her at a show when you're able to go back out. And we are about ready to close this one out. Is that right, Max? This is it, right?
Yeah, you got it. One more.
This is it. One more. The grand finale. The total M. David, are you with us?
Yes.
All right. Now, David, your last name, am I saying it right? Is it Naker or Neeker?
It's Niker.
Niker. All right. It was neither. Fucking Rob. Can't say shit right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, he's coming. I believe he's tuning in from Jupiter. We're getting some feedback. He's going to come in right now. David, where are you tuning in from?
Jupiter.
Yeah, exactly. See, I know my planets, fuckers. I know my planet. All right. So give it up for David Naker. Ladies and gentlemen, go, David. That's right.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Green Room. Thanks, everybody, for having me. Thank you, DJ. Your name's not on my screen. Hey, Mary. Thank you. As one of the fat, ugly people, I'm looking forward to inheriting the earth. I can't wait. It's my time. It's coming. Actually, I'm good at this quarantine. Like Damar was saying, I broke my leg in 2009. I spent 3 months in my apartment by myself, no visitors at all, hobbling around, stuck on my couch, pissing in a bottle.
Fuck.
Yeah, the only difference now is I don't have to piss in the bottle. A lot of people compare this virus to the Spanish flu, but for me, it's more like Spanish fly. I'm so horny. Been doing a lot of self-reflection during quarantine. The first week I went to the store, everything was gone. I had to survive 4 days on chili peanuts and chicharrones. I was afraid to go back. I can't handle that kind of rejection. All right, that was a little too personal. I see that. Next time, for 3 days last week, I was so jealous of North Korea. That's a thinker. You can think about that one, what was happening in North Korea last week. Put that all together for yourself. We had that earthquake. If you sleep on a waterbed like me, you don't feel the earth move when you have an earthquake. You get a tidal wave. It feels like you were woken up in the middle of the night by somebody jumping on your bed, which if you live alone like me, is a lot scarier. Okay, that's just a true life story. My Facebook friends are all sending me suggestions. Oh, you should watch this. You should check out that. When? All I'm doing now is cooking and washing dishes. I did watch a little TV the other day. It made me cut 3 inches off my beard. I was watching without a shirt on, and I turned my head, and the beard brushed against my chest and scared the shit out of me.
Oh my God.
I thought there was somebody else in the room. Everybody says I look great with this beard, though. I think they mean great like a 92-year-old looks great in a bikini. You're happy for them, but you're even happier they're covering some shit up. Before this quarantine, I was in Salt Lake City. And I don't have anything against other people and their religions. I really don't. Well, until I went to Salt Lake City. We took the tour, you know, the tabernacle. First building, over every door, a six-pointed star. Not the kind the sheriff wears, like a pizza flopped inside out, not that one. Two intersecting triangles. I'm Jewish. My name's David. That's my star. So I said to the Mormon lady, hey, what's going on with the six-pointed star? She said, oh, that's the Star of Jubilee. Hey, you can't just put "believe" on the end of it and pretend we're not going to notice. I'll walk around the cross on. Oh, that's the cross of Jesus, was the best Greek god. What's she going to do next? Show me a Muslim flag? Oh, that's the Mormon flag of Allah. Your gods are terrific. Stupid Mormons. I'm trying to date, even though, you know, in this quarantine, also plus, I can't do online dating. I look like this. And it's so stupid and unrealistic, they make it like it's buying a couch. Choose from our tremendous selection. Pick out the legs you like and the color you want. Lay on it a few times and move it into an apartment. Stupid. Also, I'm allergic to cats. Single women have cats. I hate cats. People think that because I hate cats, I'm a serial killer. Actually, cats are serial killers. Cats kill every little animal that comes near it. Insects, fish, birds. I like birds. Birds come from dinosaurs. Cats come from a shelter. All right, we got some cat lovers out there. That's okay. I feel like material isn't really cutting it, and I don't have anything to talk about because I've been locked alone in my apartment for 3 months.
You're doing great, man.
Just keep doing material?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, we're all.
Yeah.
3 minutes, David. You still got 3 minutes. Keep going.
3 minutes. I did go out with this one. This was before the quarantine, and she said she was into S&M, and she wanted to cause me pain and dominate me. I was like, I don't think so. You know, I don't think I'm into it. She's like, well, we'll start slow. So she poured hot wax on me. You ever do that? She poured that hot wax on me. That didn't hurt at all. Like, not even a little bit. I said, S&M is for pussies. Then she told me the real deal is they put that hot wax like on your more sensitive areas. And then they put it like a cloth down, and then they rip all the hair off. That's what hurts. Yeah, that hurts, but that ain't dominating me. That's a spa treatment. Do the whole back. This is just a wallet-sized photo of my back, by the way. Then she told me that what that really meant when she said she wanted to dominate me. How can I put this? She wanted to give me an erection from the other direction. She wanted to strap one on and dominate me. Yeah, I mean, no. She wanted to fuck me in the ass. First of all, can't we just hug it out? Second of all, if that's how you're going to dominate me, you're either going to need a series of very logical and persuasive arguments about why that's best for both of us. You better be able to take a punch because I'm a fighter. My dad died not too long ago.
Oh shit.
When we went to bury him, we see the guy in the grave next to him has this 5-foot tall headstone. And on it says, "Here lies the pastrami king." Well, my dad was a son of a bitch. But he had a sense of humor. So for his headstone, we're thinking about, no, I'm the pastrami king. I'm David Niker.
David Niker, ladies
Thank you,
and
Green Room.
gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Green Room. Thank you, Ghost Vape. Last time I did the Green Room, I don't know if they're still sponsoring.
We love them.
Thank all you guys, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, David Niker, ladies and gentlemen. Tripping me out with a blue shirt with a blue screen in the back.
I want to be able to cut my head out later.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like a fucking Santa Claus you don't want to sit on his lap. That's exactly what it's
I played that Santa Claus a couple of times. I think I'm like Mexican cartel Santa, you know?
Yeah.
Got brown eyes. There's like, it seems like there's, you know, two guys with machine guns pointing the machine guns at me. You better be Santa Claus this year.
Hey, the kids would be like, I took a picture with Santa once. All right, did you guys have fun tonight? Did everyone have fun?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, give it up for all the comedians that you saw and or heard tonight. And if anybody made you laugh hard enough while you were driving to crash your car, make sure you tip them extra fat. Mary has her Zelle, Venmo, EBT account, everything put up on the whiteboard. Drop some food stamps into that account, you know what I'm saying? You know it's almost a show because Dina's room's almost completely blacked out now. She's been setting the mood the whole time. We talked about witches at the beginning, and then the fucking lights started turning off over there. All right, so Max, did you have fun, Max?
Fuck yeah, we're I'm really glad that we've been able to do this.
Thank you, Max.
I'm glad I could see everyone do their work from their homes, and I'm glad that we get together when this all comes down. We met a few people from out of state. We had over there in Indiana, and we had Dana from Arizona. Thanks to them. Thank you to all. Thanks to everyone on the lineup. Really quick. Keith, Dana, Richard Kadech, Richard, Damar, Ron Taylor, Mary Romeo, David Niker. I have the lineup sent in the chat to everyone. Stoner Rob, thank you very much for doing all this really quick.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys. We're gonna have the Fox Crate continue playing music for the next 30 minutes. The time is 9:43. There's a few other things. Oh yeah, Rob, do you have anything else to say before we head out?
No, not much for me other than you guys make sure once you're done watching this to go get you some Num Rum. All right, get you that Num Rum and all assorted flavors, and make sure you follow at the Green Room LA. And also, Max, if there is a reboot of Saved by the Bell, you are Zach Morris, my friend. I am making sure that happens. We're getting that done. All right, I'll be your AC Slater. I hope everybody had a great night. Thank you to all the comedians, and thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rob. Good seeing you. Good seeing everybody. Thank you.
Amazing.
And you are now tuned into the Fox Crate. That's at the Fox Crate. You already know, you little cute cats and kittens and cocks and cunts. Listen to the Fox Crate. We're rocking and rolling.
Every beat sound up and repeat. Them a respond in them feet. Them a clap hands in them teeth. Make them heart attack in my altar back. And after we have them can't alter that. Me start to track and them start to
fun, you guys.
Them a gonna right after that. Me only spit lyrics, not really talk a lot. And I know touchdown like quarterback from my count. The money give me half of that. Me coulda did 50 rather than that. Give me joy for right rhyme pan beat. Lay it down like white line pan street. Music sweeter just like one treat. Drop it hotter than island heat. Yeah, me with the island floor. It could have been digital, I don't know. Hear some people say I don't grow. Tell them all on for time go show. Kick it like a Balotelli. Yes, me look it up on a telly. Give me the word and me I go shell it. That I'm a dream with the sun and Nelly. Give me the rhythm and chop it a chop. When me finish if it a drop. No some of us up on that. But man I sit on a flat and a top. I the reggae music causing the commotion. When the music hit me, coming like a potion. Why?
I don't know why.
Alright. Yeah, me have the waves never stuck in the ocean. Cafe have a style them smoother than a lotion. Why?
Maria. Wow, I'm bad at this. Maria.
Everybody got the keys, but me have it with me Caesar. Give Caesar what for Caesar. Give the youth them a feature. What I go on to Jamaica? Parliament on the paper. Forget the youth and the cater. That's why the country not safer. Here's to the guns them pile out here. Here not much we can smile out here. Here's to the youth them wild out here. Money can't run for a mile out here. Here's to the government vile out here. Get a tears long of an aisle out here. Youths at an last mile out here. That's why them send me a tile out here. I'm humbly no, but me hype on the beat. Look what make up for me life on the street. Me have 5 feet, but me sharp like teeth. After me name, some bound with heat. Me take the heat and me melt with the ice in a politician. I'm them start pay price. Juvenile man sound up like plain rice. Go be any politician when I play nine.
Who knows?
I just go where the trade wind blows. Sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. Jah provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees.